scantily clad female prisoners, prehistoric mutant sharks, and toy guns. We watched Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre. That is a mouthful. We watch it so you don't have to, so you know what time it is.
Horror, so bad it's scary. Splitting up is never okay. Plot, who needs it? Don't turn on the lights. Cars don't ever start, but that's alright. Running upstairs instead of out the door. Good acting, what do we need that for? Horrible horror, so bad it's scary. Enjoy the show, but not really.
What's up, Moon Goons? Welcome to Horrible Horror, the podcast where we watch the worst of the worst in horror movies. Movies so bad they're scary. I'm your host, Mr. Marshall Hampton. With me is my co-host, Mr. Aaron Southworth.
I love it. Thank you. Man, that was a good one. I know that it's the summer of slowness. We're doing just like one episode every 2 weeks. This is actually a week and a half.
Yeah.
So we're actually a little ahead schedule. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I guess it is technically we're a little ahead of schedule.
We're a
for now.
little ahead of schedule. I'll take it, man. 'Cause
All
I'm
right.
late for everything.
You are always late for everything. Joining us today in the ravishing, luxurious Horrible Horror recording studio is Miss Renee Reed from Great Word Entertainment. Renee, you are back for your second time. How are you doing?
This
Number
is
two.
This is the second one you were on, so now you're officially a friend of the show.
Oh, that's
Her
so
first
nice.
appearance was way back in Jersey Shore Massacre.
Which I
Yes.
listened to not too long ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, just because I
Yes.
was like, Renee's going to be back on. I thought I'd listen to it.
That was a fun episode to do. That
was
was
fun.
that was a fun movie to talk about.
Yeah.
But
was.
that is not why we're here today. No, we are here today because it is Shark Week, the greatest week of the year, and there was no better way to celebrate Shark Week than by doing a shitty shark movie. That's a tongue twister. We took on Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre. Sharkansas. And, oh, lordy, are we in for some...
So Shark Week is the greatest week of the like the holidays or
No, it's
you
Shark
know,
Week.
The Shark Week always.
Yeah, not Christmas. Nope, Shark Week.
Not like Halloween time or anything.
Ain't close to Halloween.
Yeah.
But this is a full week. You know,
That's
a
true.
full week.
It's true.
Those are just days. This is a week.
It's a week. Shark Week. Live every week like a Shark Week.
Exactly. That should be the motto. Anyway. Thank you, Renee, for joining us. That's awesome. Before we get into this stuff, like I said, Renee, you are here from Grey Word Entertainment, so
Yes.
go ahead, plug your shit so we don't forget about it at the end, just in case.
Because we probably will.
Okay, awesome. We are a locally owned photo booth company. We do all kinds of great things: green screens, gift booths, anything you want. We can do. We have a good time. We are a good time.
You guys did my wedding.
We did do your wedding.
It was fantastic. Everyone had a great time. No, it was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Yeah.
we have a good time. We don't mess around.
They
But
do not.
no, we don't.
No, actually, I still have. Well, we had pictures of me, Melissa, and Marshall from the photo booth from my wedding on my fridge for years. So
Nice.
Well, I guess it's going to be
been-
years and
It's only been like 2 years.
It's only been a year and a half.
Yeah, it's only been 2 years.
A
yet.
long couple
Almost
years.
It feels like forever. Marriage sucks.
Can't believe that picture's still like around. So long.
Anyway. So yeah, if you're in the St. Louis area and you need your parties, you want take your party up to the next notch or events, get a hold of them. Look out for them on their website, their Facebook. Look them up. They are there to find.
Great Word Entertainment.
Do it.
So back to the movie. This movie was released on May 2016. It was I didn't realize at the time when I first agreed to do this, but it turned out to be like a made-for-TV movie. It's like one of those sci-fi originals or something like that. Did not know that when I first decided to do this, but it is what it is now.
So, is this a fan request?
No, we had a fan request a similar movie called Swamp Shark, but because I had already invested money into this piece of shit, I was like, we're doing this one. Sorry, guy, but it's probably the same goddamn movie almost. It probably can't be much different than this. So hopefully this will make up for that. So yeah, hopefully the guy who suggested this will be pleased enough. If not,
we'll try to do it justice.
So, the movie was written by William Dever and Corey Landis. And it was also directed by Jim Wynorski. Now, some of you guys may think, Jim Wynorski, that name sounds awfully familiar. Well, that would be because he's got 103 credits as a director.
One of our
And
Does he really?
103. And he might be even more recognized because he's the man behind 976 Evil 2, Ghoulies 4, and one of our
Ghoulies
favorites,
4?
Shopping Mall. He did Shopping Mall. And on top of that, he's done tons of softcore porn and shit under various names like Rip Masters,
It all makes sense now.
Sam Peppermint, Jay Andrews, Salvador Ross, H.R. Blueberry, and Arch Stanton are all names he's done like softcore porn and other projects under.
HR
Oh.
Blueberry.
Yeah, Blueberry.
Oh my God. He's like a
I don't know. I
strawberry
like Rip
shortcake
Masters
porn.
and Sam Peppermint for
I don't
some
know,
reason.
the HR you can play with. It could be hard rod, ham rib.
Salvador Ross. Salvador.
That's
Hot
pretty good.
rod.
Obviously. I don't know why I went ham rod.
You had pork steak.
I did. St. Louis staple pork steaks. If you don't know what it is, check it out.
Yeah, they're pretty tasty. Barbecue, a good barbecue joint. Yeah. Anyway, so you can, if you really want to watch this movie, you can find it on Amazon right now for like,
Yeah.
you can buy it for a whopping $10, or you can rent it for like $5 or $6 or something. I don't know.
If you buy it, you dumb bastard.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I bought it.
You dumb bastard.
Research. It's research. You dumb bastard.
I actually bet that's a movie review on it somewhere. Like, if you bought this, you dumb bastard.
All right, let's talk about let's go over the cast real quick. Now, first we have Dominique Swain, who plays Honey. She's got 83 credits to her name. Not much you're gonna know for her. Her biggest break was actually her very first movie, and then it was all downhill from there. She played John Travolta's daughter, Jamie Archer, in the hit Face Off movie back in like the 90s.
No shit.
Yeah, that's
Funny,
Jamie
huh?
Archer. Yeah.
She was kind of hot
Yeah.
for a kid.
And then
Felt
it was
dirty.
all downhill from there. And then
Yeah.
other movies she did recently are Nazis at the Center of the Earth and other movies like this one. So
Oh, yes. Of course.
Uh,
Yes.
we have Detective Patterson, played by the one and the only legendary Tracy Lords. 161 credits. You don't know who she is. She's based like a female Ron Jeremy
You
almost.
dumb bastard.
Almost
You dumb bastard.
It's basically because of her that like the whole age verification for being in porn is now around, because she did porn when she was like 16 or 17,
Right.
and it was made a big stink about being a minor. But because now it's because of her that everybody has to check IDs.
It
And
was
all.
like her, Marilyn Chambers, and a couple other gals that like got into porn really young. But I think Tracy Lords is probably
Tracy
the most,
Lords was
yeah,
one.
the
Marilyn
one who-
Chambers was before. Marilyn Chambers was before Tracy Lords.
Yeah, but it's
How do you guys know so much about porn?
We're men.
Maybe I phrased the question wrong.
Look how we said that exact same time.
I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
But it's also we are from a day when we first started watching porn, we had to like borrow tapes and trade tapes. And
Right.
Trade, yeah, the tape trading.
The tape trades, like what I have Tracy Lord tapes. I have,
Blah blah blah.
I have Janet Jameson tapes. I have these tapes.
I
So,
have Candy Stripers too. Oh, I'll give you Deep Chill for Candy or whatever
God.
that is.
yeah, I mean, well, this is before the internet.
I know, no, but I just think it's funny how you know who the underagers were.
Honestly,
well.
Tracy Lords, because it was on the news. Tracy Lords, that was just a big deal.
That was kind of.
She's like the Roe versus Wade of porn or something like that. Maybe not like abort or whatever, but she's like the big.
It's a weird case.
That is a weird case.
That's a
to
weird
bring
one.
around
She was there, Marshall.
Board of Education.
I was just trying to think of like a major court case that everybody knows. That's anyway. Moving on. Speaking of porn, we have Christine Nijin, who plays Michelle Alika. She's another softcore porn actress who's done some legit things here and there, but she's got some great names like Chloroformed, Captured, and Topless.
Oh, Jesus.
Debbie Does Dallas again. Active Women in Chloroform Danger. Battling Ball Gagged Beauties. Gagged and Gift Wrapped, and Sexapede. I guess it's like a
Sexapede.
which I guess like the porn version of Human Centipede or
Sweet.
something.
Wouldn't that be the same
I'm
thing?
guessing.
Glenn?
I'm guessing they're all softcore porn.
They're all pretty much like all softcore,
Yeah.
right? But it's
All-
like the hardest softcore you can get. Like it's not like the kind of some of the stuff you see on it. It's like
It's not like Pornhub or RedTube.
it is like you can get her stuff on Pornhub, but it's like you see pretty much everything except like the straight up penetration.
The penetration.
Yeah, the penetration. This show's taking a really
I
weird
know.
turn now, but fuck it. Moving on.
The P and the V.
Then we have Anita Connors, played by Sydney Lucas. She was in Legend of the Naked Ghost and more of these scary topless shark babes. She was in the Pleasure Spa, Piranaconda, so another like sci-fi movie, and then Sexy Wives Sensations and Sexy Wives Syndrome.
Sexy wife syndrome.
And then they're trying to bring some legitimacy to this cast. They did get John Callahan to play Carl. He's only got 34 credits, but he was a big soap opera star in the 80s and 90s. 105 episodes of Days of Our Lives, 178 episodes of All My Children, 224 episodes of Santa Barbara. He also appeared on Murder, She Wrote, Spin City, Three's Company, and the classic super movie Dino Croc vs. Super Gator. To round out, try to get some legitimacy to this cast.
Dude, he is like the poor man's Tom Selleck. Like, that's what the vibe I got from him. You know, he's like Tom Selleck on Xanax. It's kind of like the vibe I got from him. I don't know about you guys.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm trying to think like what you would add to it to make it like a survivalist or like a there's something like a
He's just a prison
like
guard.
a bunker dude, Tom Selleck. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's kind of got a weird. I thought he was going to turn into a shark. I mean, I thought any minute now, he'll turn into a shark.
that'd be a cool
He kept
if
looking
did.
all weird and shit.
So, let's move on to the movie proper now. We're going to the movie itself. We open with fracking explosions in a quarry, and but yet we get two shots of workers monitoring the explosion standing in a swamp. So right off the bat, in the first opening 5 seconds of the film, we already have like nonsensical continuity errors. Which, by the way, this also brings us to historically first, the fastest ever horrible horror educational moment for the week.
Wow.
Super fast. We're gonna get this on because this whole movie they keep bringing this up. So fracking. What is fracking? Not everybody
my
might know what
God.
fracking is. Fracking is a shorthand for hydraulic fracturing. It's a type of drilling that has been used commercially for 65 years. Today, the combination of advanced hydraulic fracturing and horizontal drilling employs a cutting-edge technique mostly responsible for the resurgence of U.S. oil and natural gas production. Basically involves safely tapping shale and other tight rock formations by drilling a mile or below the surface, then gradually turning on a horizontally and continuing for several thousand feet more. Thus, a single surface site can accommodate a number of wells. Once the well is drilled, cased, and cemented, small perforations are made in the horizontal portion of the well pipe through a typical mixture of water, sand, and additives is pumped into high pressure to create microfractures in the rock that are held open by the grains of sand. Additives play a number of roles, including helping to reduce friction, thereby reducing the amount of pumping pressure from diesel-powered sources,
Is this a porn?
which reduces air emissions and prevent pipe corrosion, in which help turn protect environmental and boost well efficiency. So now armed with this new information, we can point out that these two workers aren't actually fracking at all, since fracking uses a drill, not massive fucking explosions to blow up the earth.
Yeah.
So
you're just going
right in
for
the
it.
first 5 seconds of this movie, the entire premise is wrong.
Yeah, that's like
The Arkansas Fracking Company, I believe is what they were called.
basically what Marshall saying is that they blast it with water and small
And
like,
sand and some
just-
other chemical adjectives. Yeah.
and not explosions.
Yeah.
Not massive explosions, which are above ground. I mean, they're just blowing up.
It's like mudslides.
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's not
like-
mudslides.
It's like the old, it's like they're trying to build the old railway through that mountain
Right.
there.
They're just blowing the shit out of them.
downward, not blow shit up. So the entire premise is wrong right off the get-go.
Already gone. We're already wrong.
Right, yeah.
That's how we start.
So another explosion goes off, and we cut to the Arkansas Women's Prison, which looks like just a trailer that they just slapped a sign on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And here is where we meet our main cast of low-budget, quote-unquote, sexy women prisoners. Renee, please.
And I had to pause it like as soon as they started rolling out because I couldn't. I almost like had to stop there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, these bitches. Like, I mean, the prison. Were they prison issued Daisy Dukes?
Yeah, that's my very next one,
Prison
'cause this-
issued.
apparently
tanks.
Arkansas has the most relaxed correctional facilities in the country.
Prison issued pink bras.
Yeah, because exactly, they have tight white wife beaters on with colorful and sexy like bras from Victoria's Secrets underneath them.
Very good. Very
Daisy
good
Duke
lift. Yes.
booty shorts, and then like Uggs or something.
Yeah.
Like work boots.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
professional hair
And
blowouts and
copious
makeup.
amounts of makeup, like eyelash.
Man.
they
fake
look like they're
eyelashes,
gonna
yeah.
serve chicken wings and beer,
Exactly.
not go work on
That's
go
right.
work the fields or whatever.
They're not going out on that chain gang. They're going to
Exactly.
Hooters.
And speaking of chain gang, first of all, they come out of the quote unquote prison completely unshackled, no like leg links or like handcuffs. So there's like they just whatever, they just can barely run around free on their own all you want.
One of them straight up looks like Hatchet Face too from Crybaby.
Kinda, yeah,
Oh, straight up, the one with the pink bra.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Straight up Hatchet Face.
Okay. I don't okay.
Google it.
So anyway, once they load up, the van drives off, and we hear more explosions going off in the background. And we cut to this underwater cave. This is where we see our shark for the first time. And this is no ordinary shark. No, sirree, Bob, it is not. This shark is covered in spikes. The shark swims out of the cave and out into what looks like the open ocean, but you would be wrong about that. Because apparently the open ocean can easily be confused with a muddy swamp that has like water that's only a few inches deep.
And we're talking a few inches.
Yeah, it's like a foot of like shitty Arkansas bog. And
Right.
this thing is just like blazing through there, like half its body is out with horns
It looks
or
so
spikes or
stupid.
whatever the hell it was. Oh my! And it's blazing ass through
Yeah.
that water too.
Yeah.
Now we watch like I said, she says we watch a shark swim through the shallow swamp water. God damn, there's a tongue. And I will say this scene is the best the shark looks throughout the entire movie.
Yes!
From here on out, the shark gets real shitty.
Well, I was kind of expecting like you gave us this great. I mean, it's not great looking. It just, but you can definitely tell it's a unique shark. It's got spikes. It's got its own unique look to it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this is the shark. Let's keep going, and it just falls apart.
Yeah,
No,
like,
no,
that's really like this scene is like the one time you really see the most. From here on out, you barely see it. You might see a fin here or
A mouth.
a mouth there, but that's about it. Like,
Maybe, yeah.
so we cut back to the workers, the frackers. Yeah, we're using explosion. Who decided to take a beer break because why not in the middle
Miller
of the workday?
time.
It's
Just hanging
Miller
out.
time. So they hop in their Jeep and they have a discussion over which bar to go to. And they decided to go to a little place called Tommy's, but oh no, Tommy's is a massive 10 miles away.
10 miles
However,
away.
will they get there? I mean, holy fuck, that's so far away by car.
And these two are like, I couldn't figure out the accents because it said that they worked for the Arkansas fracking company or
Yeah,
whatever.
Diablo or Delgado, Arkansas. Yeah, something
Whatever
like
it
that.
was. But they sounded like they were like from Canada, sort of, but trying to do thick-ish.
Like
Yeah, they
Arkansas
did
accent.
not. That's a good. Yeah,
They're
they
like
really
the
didn't
McKenzie
sound.
brothers from Strangebrew
Yeah.
or some shit, trying to like do Arkansas accents.
Let's go to Tommy's.
Well, hey, let's go Tommy's. You want to? Eh? I mean, ding ding.
go to
No, I
Molson.
mean, throw a little
Molson, eh?
twang in there.
But have no fear. The younger guy says that he knows a shortcut, and all they have to do is drive across this
God.
stream. Which, by the way, is not a stream. It's just like a swampy pool of water that leads to like a thicket of trees.
It's a glorified puddle.
Yeah,
You know, it really is.
but it's a stream, even though it has like no current, nothing. It's just a stagnant puddle of water.
It really is.
So they drive into the swamp. Now, I happen to notice here, I don't know if you guys know, but the Jeep and the prison van have the exact same license
Saw that.
plate. You did
Saw
see
that,
Like,
yeah.
You kidding me? You couldn't get two license plates for two different
I
cars.
didn't even
They were
notice
both
that.
AAA.
Yeah, GF AAA is the license
Something
plate.
like that, yeah. It was like they used the exact same one. I
Yeah.
saw that too. I was
Crazy.
cracking up.
So as the Jeep drives through the swamp water that is, like I said, only inches high, we get shots from the shark's POV swimming through what is supposed to be the swamp water, but this water's like really clear, it's crisp and blue, and I don't know, maybe 10 feet deep or so. I mean,
And there's coral
And
reef.
a coral
and-
reef. It was a well-maintained,
Like
like
seaweed,
saltwater
yeah.
aquarium. This thing's blowing through
It looked
beautiful,
beautiful,
water.
yeah.
so
Instead of the 1 foot like bog of diarrhea that we were seeing outside of.
Exactly.
Oh God!
the older worker tells her that, hey, you're not going to make it. The water's too deep. And just the driver. So the driver's like, "Oh yeah, watch this."
This is the problem. I keep saying it's so deep, but then they show the tire.
I know.
And it's 2
Yes.
inches.
The water's barely coming up to the hubcap of the tire.
Oh.
Barely that.
It's okay. He's got a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, this must be a
Eh?
four-wheel drive Jeep. And so he guns it. We get more POV of the shark flying through the crisp blue waters as the Jeep gets stuck in the mud. So now the shark has surfaced and is speeding towards the Jeep down the swampy puddle. And the old man sees this. It's like, boy, like, "Hey, what is that?
Hey, what's that? Hey, hey,
What is that?"
what's that?
The driver turns to look right as the shark leaps out of the water and basically torpedoes the driver's side of the Jeep. Both the Jeep and the shark go flying off screen as we hear like the famous Wilhelm scream. And that's it. Cut the black roll opening
Done.
credits.
They're over.
Fuck is happening? This
They're
is how
over.
it starts.
Yeah.
You see Spike Shark flowing through the water, and he hits the van, and it's boom.
Yeah, he fracked them.
Huh?
They got fracked.
Got fracked.
Uh,
I mean, this thing gets hit
The
like
McKenzie
a
brothers got
fucking
fracked.
wrecking ball just came down and smashed, and
Yeah.
the Jeep goes flying off screen. So after the credits, we jumped to 2 detectives on a boat scanning the shoreline, looking for signs of like criminals or escaped convicts or whoever the fuck they're looking for. It doesn't fucking
they don't
matter.
even say
They're just
it.
out looking.
Yeah, they're just out looking.
Out.
Now, the main detective here is played by Tracy Lords. So after some few boring moments, they find the severed remains of a body, and this quote unquote body is in it's just gray and like clearly photoshopped. Like, and it's poorly done at that. Like really bad. Like they should have.
Really bad.
It would have looked better if they would have just gotten like fake body parts from a Halloween shot. Like gone to a
Right.
Johnny Brock's, bought a severed foot, an arm, and just throw them on the ground.
Yeah.
Because this shit looked awful.
It looked like PlayStation 1 Resident Evil zombie body.
And yeah, and not to yeah, that's how gray. I mean, it was
Yeah.
just gray.
Gray.
And not to mention that when we see the detectives and the body parts in the same shot, the scale is way off. Like
The body's way too big.
It was like a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
hairless Bigfoot, like,
Yeah.
or something. Like Andre the Giant, big, even bigger than Andre the Giant.
It was so big.
It was huge. Hey, you guys. So, anybody want a peanut? Peanut? So they find this old man in shock hiding under a canoe who just says shark over and over again. That's it.
So-
That's all he does.
So this whole guy, we're guessing the shark ate, fucking Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
And,
Or
we
some
saw
of them.
We saw the shark take out a fucking huge Jeep, like boom, take it out. This canoe, however,
We're thinking this shark, good size.
this canoe, however, I guess withstood the
Withstood
the wrath of the shark. Jesus,
He made it. He made
He
it.
made it.
So we cut to the prison van driving over a low bridge as like we see the shark swim underneath of it. Cue driving montage, and it goes on for a while. Eventually the van stops and everyone's unloaded. Now once everyone's off the van, the guards do roll call, which is just a trite way for us to learn the names and crimes of the various female fodder. And which also makes zero sense in real world that they would do roll call now. They should have done roll call before the prisoners even left
Right.
the prison or as they were getting on the van in the first place, not as they got off the van. These are again, Arkansas Correctional Facilities must be the most relaxed in the country.
It's like asking. Oh,
Like if
everybody
I
showed
want
up
to
for
go to
work.
prison,
Good
I
deal,
want to go
good
to
deal.
Arkansas prison.
Yeah.
Compare.
You guys
They
here?
don't give a shit.
All right, you're here. All
Everybody
right.
showed. Excellent.
So here's the rundown of who we got. We have Carl, the older veteran CO, along with Mike, the younger rookie. Not younger, he's still like in his 40s or
Yeah.
like 30s.
Yeah, probably.
But he's supposed to be the rookie guy.
Looking fresh.
And as for the prisoners, we go down the line, learn each of the girls' names. We also get the text underneath one telling us their prison ID number, which doesn't fucking matter, and
cares?
what their crime is. So just so we know who the girls are, we have Sarah Mason, the busty, hot, black-haired girl who's in for aggravated assault, armed robbery, and resisting arrest. Then we have Michelle Alika. She's played by, like I said, porn star Christine Nigent. She's in for bootlegging videos and interstate flight.
Jesus.
Bootlegging videos.
Bootlegging videos.
Doing hard crime.
Like, what's weird to say bootleg? Like, wouldn't it be like pirating nowadays? And like, who uses the term
Right.
bootlegging? I also have like
Bootlegging.
like Cambodia or like Vietnam.
So-
Like here's some bootleg videos on the side of the street.
God damn it.
Then we have Shannon Hastings in for assault and battery. She's one of the blondes. Samantha Pine, another blonde, drug trafficking, possession, and Nita Carnes, the other blonde, prostitution and drug trafficking.
That's Hatchet Face.
That's what that is.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Straight up.
So during this scene, I also noticed some things I found out to be kind of funny. First of all, Mike and Carl, who both work at the same prison and are supposed to be correctional officers, don't even have matching uniforms.
No. Completely
One's
different.
brown, one's blue. So, right again, no continuity
I
here.
know.
Mike, his name tag reads V. Gambari. So they didn't even
Shut up. I
couldn't even get a name tag right.
didn't.
V. Gambari.
V. Gambari. Gambari with V. period Gambari.
Maybe his like birth name is Vamichael or something.
Vamichael.
Or...
I mean, Jesus Christ, get a proper name tag or just don't show a fucking name tag on your guys. I mean,
Mike. All you need
or,
is Mike.
or just change the character's name
or
from Mike
officer, whatever.
to Vic or
Yeah.
something. Just change his name. That's an easy fix in the script. Don't fucking have Mike and then
Don't give him a goddamn badge.
yeah.
Low budget
Gambari.
shithead.
So Carl tells the girl that they're out here because the warden wants these tree stumps removed.
Oh jeez.
So we cue to like the quote unquote chain gang work montage, which is just shots of girls digging in dirt and a lame excuse to show the girls dumping water on themselves.
girl's
Oh my
instead
god.
of
Oh my god. Oh
drinking
my
it.
god. This I could not handle.
It
Like
goes on so long.
It does.
it was, and they weren't doing shit.
No.
They weren't
No.
digging shit.
No.
They had no gloves on, you know,
Nope.
and they were just like not even like digging, putting dirt somewhere.
They were just kind
it
of
was just like
stabbing at the
sticking
ground
dirt.
with the shovel.
Yeah, and oh my god, and then they're just like, oh, it's so fucking hot out here, it's so
It's so
hot.
hot.
I can't even drink the water. I just gotta pour it over my boobs.
Yeah.
None of them
And then
put
rub it in.
Oh, I gotta pull my shirt up, put it on my tummy.
the best.
Oh, water.
They're drinking this water, and none of them are putting it in, like the bottle to their
No.
lips.
Oh,
They're just like
yeah.
Dumping. Yeah.
dumping it into their mouths,
Boobs.
on their face,
I guess
on their
I guess
boobs.
they're trying to hydrate through osmosis or something.
Yeah.
And the funny
I
thing
guess.
is,
It's gonna go through the pores.
a couple of them are kind of doing it sexy. Other ones were just like dumping it.
Oh yeah, here it is.
All right.
Put it in there.
Just
I'm putting it in my
splashing-
boot.
Yeah, just splashing themselves with water.
So
Could not
It was
handle
supposed
it.
to be sexy, but it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah, it
like
wasn't.
some of it was, and some of it was just weird.
And their faces, like none of their faces were like at all. It was just like
this was a far cry from the classic Cindy Crawford Diet Pepsi commercial.
Right.
That was so great.
good reference.
Which
Nice.
is basically the same outfit they were wearing.
Pretty
What,
solid.
what is she wearing?
Yeah,
a
that's
white
great.
tank top and denim booty shorts in that commercial too.
Yeah.
That is
I think so.
actually yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they were trying
Maybe
to go
that's
for.
what they were trying.
Oh Jesus Christ! They
So
somehow one of them just
Killed
got
him.
hurt.
So, like I said, even though
By not shoveling.
we clearly hear Carl tell them to remove stumps, which, by the way, like does require like heavy equipment that they do not have. All they have are shovels. These girls aren't even digging near or around a single stump.
No,
they're just
that's right.
absent-mindedly digging like a 5 or
poking.
6 foot radius.
Poking
of
dirt.
They're poking dirt.
They're
Yeah.
poking
dirt.
Exactly.
So now we
Exhausting.
get a shot of Samantha walking up to Mike to ask him if she can go take a piss or something.
No,
Now-
this is ridiculous.
The reason I mentioned this is because up until now, every shot we've seen, everybody is close together, bonded. They're all like in one tight knit group. But then for some reason, this one shot, here's Samantha walking up to Mike, and she comes like walking from like a good distance away.
Like
Yeah,
no one's around.
None
her.
of the girls are around
Like
her.
he's not monitoring them at all either.
No,
like
he's
he's just
just
like hanging out by the tree, like
Yeah.
3 miles away.
And like the whole point of the shot is like a bullshit reason to try to like have a girl like doing like the sexy walk. Like she's got like her hand on her hip, and
But she's kind of like stumbling
yeah,
through
and
the
she's
woods.
like, and she's trying to like work those hips, but she's just throwing them from like side to side. But makes like I said, it looks like she's stumbling more than trying to
Little
do, like
hitch in
a
her giddy
sexy
up.
walk.
Yeah.
So again, it's just a pointless, failed attempt to try to have.
It's like, oh hey Vic. I mean Mike.
Mike.
Oh hey. Hey officer.
So like she's like, Mike, can I have a moment by myself down by the stream so I can wash off this cut that she says she gets from a broken bottle?
This massive gash on
Yeah,
her
thing's
forearm.
bleeding
It was
like a
really
boss.
big, and she's just totally like, "Yeah,
yeah,
cut
I just a little
myself.
cut
Can I go to wash this off in
in
a
the dirty, muddy,
stream?"
dirty swamp
Aaron.
water.
As a medical professional, I need to ask you, would you recommend someone wash their wound off in the diarrhea bog? Or maybe use some of that fresh fucking water that they're pouring all over themselves like a mile away to just rinse it off a little bit?
I think it goes without saying, diarrhea bog.
There's an abundance of water that is enough to pour into their chests
Yeah.
and on their tummies and in their boots and stuff.
Well, that's why she can't
we're
rinse
heading
it
to
off,
the
because
bog.
they wasted it all by bathing in it. Just dump it off so they have no more water.
Those plastic bottles, they can be harboring all kinds of cancerous, materials.
true.
For the
That's
plastic.
true.
The nasty bog is natural.
It's true.
There you
It's
go.
true. It's fine.
Yeah, and it's so funny because she's begging him, basically saying, "Can I please go over there? I need to wash up this
just need to
wound."
wash this
And
off.
she basically says,
Please.
"I'll make this up to you
Yeah.
later in the show." Basically,
I'm gonna fuck you later.
I'll
Back
fuck
in
you
the-
if you let me go wash my arm in a dirty bog.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I mean, at first he's like, "No, I can't do that," but of course then he's like, "Yeah, fine. If you're gonna blow me or fuck me, whatever,
Like,
sure."
you're going to do this.
Um,
Let's get this down.
So, and during all this, we get a shot of we get another shark, a POV swimming through more crisp blue,
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
pristine water.
That was almost too much.
So, she wades out to the barely ankle high muddy water, and she hears the sound of water splashing somewhere, and she looks up to see the shark swimming towards her. Now, instead of screaming and running out of the
At a
water,
very high rate of speed,
very
too.
high rate of speed. But instead of screaming and trying to get out of the water, what she did? Well, she decided to just stand there, not move, and say, "You've got to be kidding me." As the
Like
shark,
it's happened before.
yeah, like, "Oh God, this again."
Oh, God damn it.
Damn it.
I was just going to have to blow Mike.
So the shark leaps up out of her, but all we really see is shitty CGI water wash over her with like a shark tail sticking out of it,
And,
and
she
then it's gone.
disappears. She
Then
just
her-
like she vanishes.
yeah, girl shark, everything's just gone. There's nothing there.
I think the spikes on the shark were gone, too, again, weren't they?
Well, it's hard to tell because it's just all we really see is CGI
I
water
know, you just see
wash.
crap.
and then
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fin, like the tail fin sticking out the back.
It's fine.
So we cut back to Mike, who's looking at his watch. He gets the call on his walking from Carl saying, "Okay, the day's almost over. We have an hour left until we pack up and head back." And I'm just like, "God damn, that was a fast day." They've been here for what, 10 minutes, if that?
Long enough for them to poke dirt.
They're
Long enough
allowed
for
to
some
poke
dirt
dirt
poking.
and pour some water on themselves, and then we call it a day. Again,
Dirt poking.
Arkansas Correctional, man, this is the place to be, women. If you want to commit a crime, go to Arkansas.
They show up back in some fresh tees, too. I mean, like, in the montage we saw, their tank tops were a little dirty. They
Yeah,
got a
they
little
were.
dirty.
And then they get wet
You
from
know.
pouring water on, but now they're all dry and clean.
Now they're all, oh, yeah, fresh and clean, fresh blowout.
Yeah.
Shit. I didn't
Fresh
sweat.
blowout.
Shit. I'm good.
So we jump to the girls walking through the woods asking where Sammy is. And then like Mike and Carl, and they're like, "Where's Sammy?" And they ask her too. Carl asks where Pines is, again being Samantha. Mike tells him that he sent her to go get her arm fixed because there's like urgent care or something in the swamp.
Yeah.
Go get your arm fixed. Not
on-
clean it
walk
off.
on
Go
over
get
there.
it fixed. Go
Go
get
get
it
it
stitched
fixed.
up in the swamp. I guess Shrek is having, like I said, he's out there somewhere. Carl says she never showed up, and he sends Mike to go off to find her. Now, down by the stream, quote unquote, Mike finds a bloody piece of white tank top. So the whole group head off to meet up with Mike and see what he's found. Now, during this scene, something odd happens here. Michelle leans up against a tree and gets blood on her. And the girls think she cut herself, and Michelle says, "It's not me, it's this tree. It's covered in blood." Now, that's not the odd part. What's odd is while she's saying this, she decides to turn her hand over and run it like through the blood on the tree, and then sticks her blood-covered hand like straight into the camera and says, "It's covered in blood."
Bum bum bum.
Exactly.
So weird. Like, first of all, why would you
And it
run?
stayed there for a while.
Yeah, she
It's
held
like,
it there. Like, it's not very good. Like, way too long.
It's like the
it didn't
impact.
cut quick enough.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh. A
So
little bad edit there.
yeah. So first of all, I don't know why you would wipe your hand through the blood in the first place. If you just like point it out and say, "Look, there's
Like,
blood
oh
on the
my god,
tree.
there's blood on the tree.
Yeah.
Let me wipe my hand through this."
Love it. Love it.
So
Get it.
and then again, who is she pointing this blood out to? Like, she's not like the only one she's pointing out to is the audience at this point because she's not showing it to any of the inmates or Mike and Carl. She's just pointing straight at the camera, so it's really for the audience. Even though we can clearly see the blood on the tree, is already there.
And nobody's freaked out that there's a tree bleeding.
Or, you know, what, you're right. Yeah.
There's a lot of goddamn blood on this
Yeah.
tree.
And
And everybody's like, oh, okay. They all have like dead face. Like, oh.
The only thing this would, like, you would think would be using, like, if it was like this was like a crappy 3D movie.
Right.
Like, this was like, oh,
Yes.
look, blood. But it's not a 3D movie. There's no other times in this movie where they do anything even remotely like this.
No.
So
No.
it's such an odd,
It was
weird
weird.
thing to do. Like, it's, and
Well,
it really, I don't want to say this movie had any real flow to begin with, but what flow it did have, just is kind of broken from it. Like, it's so weird.
Too
Like,
long.
why?
It was
Too
strange.
long on the hand.
Yeah. So we cut to all of them back in the van, driving back to prison. Because they gave up that search real quick for
Yeah.
for the
They're like,
missing
well,
inmate.
I guess she'll turn up
Yeah,
somewhere.
pretty much.
Whatever.
Fuck it, she'll find it.
Carl's on the phone talking to the warden, but they lose cell phone reception. And the van comes up on a broken down car on the side of the road with a redheaded woman trying to flag them down for assistance. Now, Carl tells Mike to stop to see if they can help. Now, Mike is quick to point out that this is squarely against regulations, which
This
good
is
for
like
him.
prison transport
prison-
101.
Yeah, you don't stop.
And they just left one behind who promised a fucking blowjob. And Mike's still
You
just
would think
fucking,
that, yeah,
fucking
Mike's
it
like,
up. Just
Mike's
fucking it
like,
up.
where the fuck is this girl? I want my
I'm
blowjob.
finding her. We are
She owes
finding
me-
her.
She owes me a bang. I'm
I
not
will
leaving
stay
you without
here.
her.
Stay here.
So, Jesus.
Mike's just fucking up. Vince.
So the redhead is feigning being hurt as she approaches the van. Carl asks if she needs help and it needs to be taken to the hospital, blah, blah, blah. And that's when she pulls out a gun and orders them to hand over their guns, which, by the way, correctional officers don't carry guns. So why would they have one in the first place?
maybe they do in Arkansas.
Maybe.
I guess in Arkansas.
When they're on an outing with shovels and tank tops and blowouts.
Tasers I would get, but correctional officers aren't carrying guns.
I don't know.
Because they're not cops. They're just correctional officers. They're not cops. Anyway, so she orders him to release the girls in the back. Now, Anita is the first one out and immediately starts making out this redhead. So now we know, okay, Anita's been in on this, and this is her lesbian lover, honey.
Why you don't
Lava.
stop to help out?
Yeah.
That's exactly why you don't stop to help out.
Duh.
Lesbians.
Fucking lesbians.
Oh, were they heading to the lesbian softball invitational that we talked about earlier in the movie?
I like that.
I'll see you at the lesbian softball invitational.
So the rest of the girls don't really seem thrilled by this. They're like, oh, fuck. Except for Sarah. She's all about it. She leaps out of the van, joins Anita and Red, or at this point, her name's Honey, but at this point, I'm just calling her Red. They give Sarah a gun just because she now happened to join them. It's like, hey, here you go.
Here
take
you
a
go.
gun.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
Okay, Honey or Red. Honey is like a pretty slim, fit gal. She's wearing skin-tight clothes. I can understand you whipping out one gun. And then she whips out another gun.
No,
Yeah.
well,
And then there's a third gun.
well, that gun, those two guns she
Oh,
pulled out
yeah.
are the one she gets from Mike and Carl.
Damn it, Marshall.
I'm
You're
sorry.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about
You're
that.
so right.
That's
Yeah.
where they get him.
Mike
Crap.
and
I was
Mike
really
and Carl.
hoping she was packing 3 guns
No.
somewhere.
Mike and Carl, who are correctional officers who are packing heat, who just give it to her. Like,
It's
sure.
2-on-1.
Yeah, you let the first guy give it to you, but as he's handing her the gun and both of her hands are, you just pop a cap in her ass. And but you know, the poor man's Tom Selleck was like, oh, okay, here's my gun too. He could have hopped out and had her. He could have popped a cap in Red's ass and it'd been over.
He's like, I'm too old for this shit.
He's like, this is fucking take my gun. I don't even care. I'm wearing brown.
So now we see. He's like, I'm 3 days from retirement.
Yeah.
Mike's got the fresh uniform.
Now the gun that they give Sarah at this point, we can clearly see it's just like a fancy water gun because
Yeah.
there's no
it's
barrel
terrible.
opening.
Yeah, there's no
It's just a
barrel.
solid piece with a pinhole size
Yeah.
opening.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's awful. So Anita, Honey, and Sarah now order the COs back into the back of the van with the other prom queen bitches, which they call the girls who don't want to get on board with the escape plan and drive off.
I missed that.
So we cut back to Tracy Lords and her partner driving and talking, whatever. And this is when we get the cliche news report that comes on over the radio announcing that people should be on the lookout for 4 escaped female convicts. Now, I have some issues with this.
I know. Why would they announce this to people?
First off, there were 5 women,
Exactly.
not 4.
Exactly. They don't know they lost one.
That's exactly the second one of them
Blowjob
was
one.
reported missing according to only one of them was reported missing according to the phone call between Carl and the warden, which we just heard. So third, as
That wasn't to the news station.
Exactly. So we as a movie watching audience know that one of them was killed by a shark. So yes, now there are only 4, but none of the characters in the movie know she was killed by a shark and eaten yet. So how the fuck does the news report know this? And speaking of the news reporter, how does she know that there are 4 other that they're already escaping already?
No one knows that.
Carl called and reported the hijacking before they got hijacked. Like no one did. No, as far as everyone knows, they're still in the van on the way back to the prison.
Right.
So nothing here makes any sense whatsoever.
My favorite is be on the lookout. When has anybody had like that type of announcement again on the radio? I've never been
Extra.
Yeah, read all about it.
Listen to me.
You know, I've never been hanging out just like listen. It's like escape convicts, watch out. It's like no.
All points bulletin to everyone in the community.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, we get on the radio like at best we get like those like digital like billboards along the side of the road that hey, wanted this guy, look out for this person or whatever on the but yeah. So anyway, I'm just thinking this is just shitty, fucking lazy ass writing right here. It's awful.
And they turn it on right as it started. That's
Oh,
always my
perfect.
favorite part.
Perfect
Like,
timing.
oh, beautiful.
So we're skipping over some more van driving bullshit. Eventually, they pull off the road and park next to another white van. This one has blue stripes. And Honey grabs a change of clothes out of the new van.
Oh yeah.
Michelle voices her displeasure about this whole situation because she only has 6 months left in her sentence and doesn't want any more time added on. All she wants to do is do her time so she can get home to her little boy. And she won't shut up about this throughout the whole movie.
Oh my god, I know. Oh my god, we get it. You got a kid.
Sarah and Michelle get into a fight. Sarah drops some racist name calling her Michelle.
Soy
but
sauce.
I actually chuckled a bit at this because Sarah, she called her soy sauce. There's some great subtle, like not even subtle, but
It's
just,
not subtle
no,
at
that's
all.
not subtle.
There's great like Asian racism name calls in this movie. We have soy sauce, egg roll,
Dragon Lady,
and God, there's another one.
Tokyo Rose.
Chopstick.
Chopstick. That's
and
it.
Tokyo Rose.
Tokyo Rose. Yeah.
Oh, they nailed it.
Oh,
This
yeah.
poor-
There's also lotus flower.
She called herself
She
the
called
Lotus
herself
Flower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lotus flower.
So that's okay.
That's okay. Asian Americans will
Just
appreciate
keeps
that.
coming.
Yeah.
Oh, it was nonstop.
Just
It was
imagine if there was
bad.
a black chick. They would like, we gotta pull this. We gotta pull it.
We can't do this, but we got the Asian.
But with Asian, it's totally okay.
We got all kinds. Oh yeah, chopstick.
So-
Forgot about chopstick.
God.
So Mike takes this opportunity of the distraction and he takes off running into the swamp. Honey chases him down. Now, this chase scene is fucking nauseating because most of it looks like it was shot on a GoPro, but it's shot from like a mid-thigh or knee down. So it's
terrible.
it's so bad. Like,
Oh, it's
this
terrible.
Whoever the cinematographer was needs to be fired and like not work again. Like who shoots? Like I get maybe one shot of this, but like almost an entire chase scene, just watching legs and ground like shakingly
Shaking
running.
around.
Like it makes your eyes hurt and it makes you want to vomit.
And it makes you focus on the foliage, which I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not real sure these palms here are native to Arkansas.
So
I just think this is not correct.
So Honey shoots Mike, hitting him in the arm. He falls down up against a tree. When he's shot, Mike grabs his upper arm, like right by the shoulder. But when the bullet wound, is what we see is like now above his elbow,
It's like
and it
on his
smears some
elbow.
crappy
He's
blood
holding
on
his
it.
like upper chest, like
Like he showed- but then the blood's like right above his elbow. It's just like it's like they smeared like a little ketchup packet on his elbow. It's like, there you
Terrible.
go. There's your blood.
terrible.
Did he get grazed, or or would it hit him and blow his elbow apart? I guess he got grazed, and he's like, ah!
Yeah, I'm
He just,
guessing-
like,
Oh,
goes
my
down.
shoulder. I mean, my
Yeah, when he
elbow,
first
my
grabs
shoulder.
it, like he grabs like his almost his shoulder, but then it's like,
There's a lot of confusion
And
going
it
on.
immediately knocks him down to the tree. Like he's just
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm done.
I'm
and
done.
in fact,
I'm
he's
out.
not a single drop of blood on his shirt at all. So, Honey,
We got to return that to the shop
We
later.
gotta-
It's crisp, crisp uniform. Can't fuck that up.
Honey catch up to Mike, threatens him with the gun. Mike just hits her over the head with a
He
rock,
fucking
runs off. again.
mollywops her in the face with a fucking rock, and then she's out cold for a minute. She's
Yeah.
like, for a second, she's useless.
She's done.
And he doesn't like grab the gun.
He doesn't
know.
take the gun.
Exactly. He's
Who
like,
doesn't
what kind
take
of
the
cowboy?
gun?
Not cowboy. Correct. Yeah, he's just like, oh
He's like, I gotta keep running from her.
no.
You guys
instead of
notice
like,
that he also mollywopped her with the same arm that was shot?
yes.
Rock. with this arm that's so disabled. I know. Just continues to run. He's like, bye. Gotta go.
So when Honey wakes up, Mike's gone, nowhere seen. She stands up and says, "Crap on a cracker" for the first time.
Jesus.
Now
First
this
time.
fucking line gets repeated way too much throughout the movie from here on out. So
And it's always like a really close shot of her face when she says it.
Yeah, it's
Crank on a cranker. Like right in her face every time.
Like the first time, I'm like, okay, all right. I was hoping she'd have more puns,
more like something similar, something
catchphrases
different to
or
say.
something,
No,
yeah.
it's the same one.
Same thing.
Less Asian slurs, more puns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be a hashtag.
So Honey returns to the others, telling them that she shot Mike, and they're like, "Oh, okay, he's dead. Whatever." They don't even, and they just load up in the van, in the blue striped van, and they drive off. Now we cut to Mike wandering around the woods, and he comes to this large metal hatch in the ground, and we're talking like straight up Lost style hatch in the ground.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it was. I was like, that, and it's like all cleared off and pretty. He's like, oh,
It's like,
this.
what the fuck is a hatch?
There must be water in here. Isn't that what he says? Like,
waiting for
there's
John.
water in here.
I'm waiting for John Locke to come out.
I know. That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, it took them how long to open
the
that
smoke
goddamn hatch?
monster's gonna come out after him or something, or
Right,
whatever
right.
the fuck that was.
Just like, and he's running. How long did he run through the woods?
Who
5
knows?
minutes,
Maybe, yeah.
And now he's just so parched and
So thirsty.
Like he's been going through the desert
Because those
he's
bitches
Well,
drop
the
the
bitches-
water all
yeah,
over them,
they-
their titties and
They wasted all the water.
stomachs.
He's like water.
Well, like, who sees that hatch? Like, oh, there's water down
This
there.
hatch will have water in it.
It's like, it doesn't say well or water. It's just a hatch in the ground.
It is literally the lost hatch. That's exactly what it looks like. You're like, I should go down there.
Yeah.
So
Looks
he
good.
he opens up and there's a ladder. He climbs down the ladder into this giant underground cave system, which I love how this underground cave system is so brightly lit within spots of natural red light,
It looks like the
illuminating
case from the fucking
stalagmites.
Dark Crystal. The movie.
Oh yeah.
Like it's straight up creepy ass red and like bright lit, and he's just like, "Oh, this is cool. Find water in here.
Go get some water.
No alarm here."
So he comes to an underground pool or lake or whatever and starts to drink from it. Of course, at the same time, we get a shot of the shark swimming towards Mike. And Mike looks up just in time to see the shark leaping out of the water at him, mouth open, blackout, cut back, jump back to the van, and more driving scenes.
Bye, Vince.
Yeah, so Vince, Mike, Gambari, whatever his name is, he's gone. And now, so the shark has somehow now gotten into an underground subterranean lake as well. So,
Sure.
and he
Sure.
just happened to be there at the same time Mike was.
They know hatches, I guess.
So we're gonna skip ahead to when they finally arrive at a trailer. They unload, which by the way, they keep calling this trailer a cabin throughout the movie. There's no cabin about it. It's a fucking trailer.
Fucking trailer.
No, it's not like a beat up rundown trailer. It's got some nice aluminum siding on it, but it's
Wait, it does have some nice aluminum siding. It is very nice with a hot tub.
with a hot tub in the back or
Yeah, hot
somewhere in it. But this is not a cabin by
No.
any stretch of the
Nah.
imagination. So Michelle and Shannon again say how much they are against this and blah blah blah. But anyway, that night a big old thunderstorm decides to roll
they're
in.
all in brand new clothes too.
Brand new
by the way.
clothes. Well, yeah, they did show Honey getting clothes out of the van.
Yeah,
For everybody?
Everybody.
exact- and she's got the sizes.
Oh yeah,
she's got-
everybody's got the
Perfectly.
But
Yeah.
it's not like standard. Like you think if you're buying clothes for your escape buddies, you
t-shirt
just, like-
shorts, t-shirt shorts,
Right,
t-shirt shorts.
Right, you
Nope.
just make it super simple. But like, one's got a nice dress, one's got a tube top,
Yeah.
the other one's got fucking 9-inch heels.
Perfectly fitted jeans.
Yes, I mean they're all like perfectly fitted
Yes.
outfits
Yes,
for
exactly.
these various shaped and sized people.
And the Asian American woman.
And-
Yeah.
Like, can't
so-
believe she didn't get her kimono or something.
Paint her face like a
Something
geisha now. She should just paint up like a geisha the whole
Some
time.
chopsticks in her hair, you know.
the
Fine.
bun.
Here you go, chopstick.
Might as well bind her feet.
I mean,
shove
this
her
is all
some
you
shit.
wear, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what you
put
get.
this on. Put it on.
So, like a thunderstorm rolls in the night, and again, the film fucks this up too, because the footage they show of the storm is clearly not Arkansas. Because last I checked, Renee touched on this earlier, Arkansas doesn't have fucking palm trees.
Huge ass palm trees. I saw every time it lightning is like palm tree.
Palm tree,
Yeah.
palm
Palm
tree.
tree. Like, I've never been to that part of Arkansas.
You know, the swamp that has palm trees.
They've been to the bog where
I
it
don't
has
know if
palm trees.
Arkansas even has swamps. I mean, like Louisiana, Florida, Everglades. Yeah, swamps, but Arkansas?
Yeah.
Southern Arkansas has some like shitty, like boggy kind of areas.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah. They had to relocate. They relocated some alligators there because there's a scene. I think we might have already passed it, but there's a scene where they said like gators, like beware gators.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on.
Same here.
I actually had to look it up, but yes, they
Okay.
actually relocated because Louisiana was getting overrun. So it's like, here you go, Arkansas.
Have some gators.
It was like in the 70s and 80s. In Arkansas, it's like they transported 3,000 gators
It was like, okay.
over to Arkansas. And now they're like, well, shit.
We'll take those.
I think it was something to do with like the pig problem or like the hogs. Like there's natural pigs, like the Arkansas Razorbacks,
Yeah,
like this,
yeah.
like to help cut down on the pig population. They're like,
That'll do it.
here's a bunch of gators. Now they got a bunch of gators.
Now they got a gator problem. So I guess next they import a bunch of Cajun hillbillies to hunt the gators. Like here's our Cajuns. Good luck with them.
Hillbillies.
Don't worry, they got Sharkansas now.
I got
Hurricane
new
Katrina
trick.
did that for him.
So, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, so they have a swamp there. They don't have palm trees. We cut to the prison van surrounded by cops and crime scene tape, and the two detectives are on the scene. And this scene is boring,
It's
long, and it's
pouring-
useless.
Pouring down rain.
Yeah.
And you can obviously tell Tracy Lord shot her part and the other guy shot
Yes.
his part because it's like they just show him, show her, show him,
Yeah.
show her, and she's just reading her lines because there's no natural back and forth.
There is not.
Her acting is so horrible.
So bad.
Just put a cock back in your mouth and
I
get
know.
back to what you're good at.
I needed
because
the porn to
this is
start
just-
then. I needed the porn to start right then.
This is just
because-
getting awful.
And she had such a hard on for that Coke bottle.
Oh,
God, the cork. Yeah.
The
yeah,
glass Coke bottle.
Yeah, just-
Can you
just-
describe it
just
anymore?
Lube that up and stick it in you, because that's
No shit. That's exactly what I thought. She's like, "Have you seen my Coke bottle? Have you seen this?"
This is ridiculous. This is 2015.
16.
Yeah, 2016. And she's going on and on about this glass Coke bottle.
Coke
Which
bottle.
you can buy anywhere.
But have you seen this one? It's very polished. And
is the one.
But yeah, this
it.
one was supposed to be like an original antique Coke bottle from like the 1950s.
She just keeps
or some
holding
shit.
it like, oh,
And it just looks
look
like
at this Coke bottle.
Garbage.
Yeah.
It's like,
the paint's all faded on it and
Chipped.
Shit, yeah.
God damn it.
Put it in you. Just put it in you. Let's call this movie.
Let's make this interesting. Come on.
So like, so
And sorry.
yeah, go on.
And after the whole, weird Coke exchange, she then is drinking coffee with no lid on it.
Yeah,
in a
the
downpour.
thunderstorm, yes.
Like just like, oh, sip. Oh yeah, fine. NBD, no big deal.
Just this open coffee cup and
Fine.
rain just pouring into it.
Yeah.
This is good.
Cops are used to this.
I don't like my coffee. Acid rain.
So we're going back to the trailer. Carl is now tied to a chair. Michelle and Shannon, they talk about taking a hot bath, and Shannon says she turned on the bath the moment they got
Okay.
here, and that it should be at a boil by now. So the two of them head back to the bathroom. Meanwhile, Anita just so happens to find a first edition of
Can't.
Charles Dickens' A Tale of Two Cities
No.
in a fucking trailer.
In a trailer.
Bull fucking
No.
shit. There's no way that this first edition of that book is in this goddamn trailer in Arkansas.
And that bitch understands what Tale of Two Cities is all about.
Exactly. First of all, here's a little background information. Look, you want to know how much that book would be worth? I'm going to tell you how much. A first edition of A Tale of Two Cities dated 1859, published by Chapman and Hall, right now is going for at least $16,500. And she's, oh, look, it's right here in this fucking trailer in
Have
the
you
middle of
seen
Arkansas.
this pristine Tale of Two Cities
Yeah.
first
Oh yeah.
edition?
Let's also like I was.
I just
looking
want
at
to
that,
touch it and
Like it was pristine.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Not something from 18
No.
what?
1859.
1859.
And it had
no.
colored illustrations. They didn't have
No.
colored illustrations in those books. They had illustrations. They were black and white, not colored.
And like that bitch knows. Like
Yeah.
she knows what
Ugh.
she's looking at. Okay.
God.
the girl that's in there for prostitution and like
I couldn't
sex
handle it.
trafficking or something like that.
She's got a real hard on for overthrowing the French like aristocracy. I mean, I get it. I get it. just turns me on.
God.
So Honey and Anita share a moment. They make out some more, and then they go off to have sex.
This is when I was like, all right, here we go.
I was ready for the porn to start.
Me too. I was like, finally.
Nope.
I thought it was going to turn into a tale of like, well, how many
tale
women?
of 2 titties.
10 titties or whatever, you know? Like, how many titties? Were there 5 women? Tale of 10 titties?
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Tale of ass and fire, tale of ass and titties, ass and titties.
I was ready. I was ready for like some. I was like, porn now. Let's do this. Nope. They just like lick each other and it's gone to the next one.
Yep.
So we cut to Michelle and Shannon in their quote unquote bath, which is just them in a fucking hot tub.
The hot tub.
Who takes a bath in a hot tub? So I mean, why don't
Who
they just
says bath?
Yeah, that's what I'm
instead
saying.
of
Why
hot
don't they
tub?
just say I'd love to soak in a hot tub instead of saying I want to take a hot bath?
Yeah, it was
I got
weird.
that bath
Yeah.
going in here.
Yeah, it's like
hot water.
It's nothing alike. Just change the script again, and you
It's a goddamn hot tub.
fix that problem. So anyway,
Marshall,
so
I feel like you're not liking the movie at this point. I feel like you're finding some holes in it, which is what they should have done and made it a porn.
find them whole. Yeah. So the two of them continue to talk about their feelings about this escape. And then they're joined by Sarah, who is now wearing a pink bikini. Again, like you talked about, Sarah. By the way, where did the fuck all these bikinis come from? I mean, we're supposed to believe that all these bikinis are just lying around this
In the
damn
cabin.
trailer.
Right
Yeah.
by Charles Dickens'
And then
books.
they just have to have a bikini that perfectly fits each girl of various sizes and boob size.
Big
Like,
tits.
I mean,
That one
Sarah's
girl did
got
have gigantic
Sarah's
titties.
got the
Big
big old
tits.
beautiful boobies. And like I said, regardless, Sarah is working that bikini. She should be getting fucking overtime for the way she's working that bikini.
Yes.
And I also want to talk about the fact that
Overtime.
Sarah and Michelle have pretty much been fighting with each other this entire movie.
Yes.
Michelle even punched Sarah in the face a few scenes ago, which, by the way, didn't leave a tiny mark on her. No bruise, nothing. But
And
now they're all buddy
the sound
buddy.
effects from that fight sounded like a kung fu movie. Not
Yeah.
to be against the Asian American lady again, but like sounded straight up out of kung fu. It's like, like
Yeah.
it was like.
But now they're sharing
terrible
a
background.
soak in a hot tub together like nothing happened.
Besties.
Besties.
Prison fam.
prison, hashtag prison fan. So, morning comes, and there having been a massive thunderstorm, the ground is surprisingly dry and
Very
fine,
dry.
Very dry.
Yes.
Sarah takes a walk down to the river and sits on a fallen branch that hangs
Can't.
over the water.
Can't.
As she sits there,
Hold on.
okay, go ahead.
Did you catch the quick scene of her looking at the log? That looks like she wants the log, like a little log in her V.
Whoa.
I mean, she gives it like this look like, yeah, I'm gonna
gonna
get on that
get-
log. I mean, she like licks her lips and she's like, yeah, so get on there. It grossed me out. She's like, that one. I'm gonna sit on that one.
That's the log I want to straddle.
That's it. Good
And it's-
morning.
You can also see her breath. It's
Yeah.
got to be freezing
Yeah, it's-
cold.
yeah, exactly.
And she's in these tiny shorts and this little,
Tiny
tank top.
yeah.
And you can tell.
So it's
she's
gotta be
like,
at least
so
40 degrees in,
cold.
right?
Oh yeah,
It's
I mean
so
like
at least
nature
40
breath,
degrees.
Yeah.
like not just like little.
It looks like she just exhaled like a giant bong hit. Right? That's how much we see her
Cold.
breath.
She wasn't shivering. Good acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid.
Nipples were not hard.
That's
good
true.
acting.
Never know
That's a professional.
So as she sits there relaxing, she sees the shark swimming towards her. So Sarah actually does the right thing. She gets the fuck off the branch and onto solid ground. All right, that's a logical thing to do. But so you would think she's safe there, right? Fuck no, she ain't safe. Because this
No.
goddamn shark makes a 90-degree turn and starts to swim/burrow through the fucking ground towards Sarah. She turns and runs for a bit, but then for some
Does she keep
retarded
going?
reason,
No.
she stops and turns around to stare at the shark as it swims/burrows
Burrows.
towards
Burrows.
her.
Yeah.
She screams as the shark leaps up out of the ground. The camera is pelted with rocks and dirt and sprayed with blood. That's all we see. And then we see some blood in the water, which again makes zero fucking sense. She just was killed a good 50 yards from the water.
Sharky went back in. He was all bloody. You know, he's
Like,
busy.
What is going
Ew.
on?
Busy.
So
I don't even want to get into logistics of You know what? Neither land sharks. Let's just keep going. Fuck.
So we go back to the detectives who are following a lead at the car rental place about the rented van with blue stripes. But they give up that manhunt real quick because it's lunchtime. It's like, should we continue hunting? And he's like, no, let's go eat.
Time to eat.
Time to eat. So, and get this shit. Here's another prime example of the filmmaker's shit in the bed. Remember that this movie takes place in Arkansas, but the car that the two local detectives drive has a Florida license plate.
It does. Shut up.
Yeah.
God damn it! I mean, at this point, you might as well just slapped on that GF AAA license plate and called it a day again. But no, they let the Florida plate on it.
Oh my god, I did not. Oh my god, it's amazing.
So back to the trailer, Honey orders Michelle to tie Carl up again after he got done using the bathroom. Michelle refuses, even after Honey threatens to shoot her with a gun.
You mean SpongeBob Brown Pants?
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently Renee liked that line.
It was just so weird. Just like, oh, you mean SpongeBob Brown Pants here? Like, oh god, I don't. But was it because he was wearing brown pants?
I think they
Or
tried
was it because, you know,
He shit himself.
he
I
had
don't know.
He
some-
didn't shit himself.
some
He
shit
went,
problems.
to take a shit, but he didn't shit his
I
pants.
know. It's so
SpongeBob
really-
Brown Pants?
Yeah.
He's got brown pants.
That'll teach her. That's a good one.
Burn.
Simper.
Gotcha.
So Anita tries to stop Michelle too from walking off, but Michelle just pushes her aside and walks out. So pretty much throughout this entire movie, Honey with the gun is constantly saying, "Do this or I'll shoot you. Do this or I'll shoot you." But she doesn't shoot anybody.
Never.
Nothing comes of her. She has the emptiest threat. People are just like, "Fuck you. I'm gonna walk away."
Yeah, I'm gonna go
She doesn't
smoke a
shoot
cigarette.
anybody. She's like, so
I'm gonna
there's
go
like,
eat some peaches and beans.
yeah, peaches and
Or the
beans.
hell they were
So
making.
it's like, why even? Like, she has no authority here, or is not. She's
Yeah.
lost all respect.
Empty
Like,
threats.
Empty
I
threats.
promise I'm gonna shoot you. I promise. I'm gonna get you.
So
Crap on a cracker.
yeah, Michelle's out smoking. She goes outside to smoke, and that's where she looks down and finds Sarah dead at the foot of the porch steps, missing a leg. Everyone runs out to see what Michelle's screaming at. Honey orders everyone to go look around the woods, to look for, see what could have done this to Sarah.
That's a good way to go.
And this is where they find Sarah's leg with a shark tooth sticking out of
Oh
it.
god.
Which bullshit again.
Yeah.
Because that leg wouldn't that leg be in the shark's stomach, perhaps?
No.
I mean, sharks just don't bite off legs for the hell of it and then leave them behind.
And they don't then transport the victim to the front porch
Right.
and then head back to the swamp.
I mean, they're eating machines. There'd be nothing left
bog.
of this leg, or Sarah for that matter. She'd just been, and even if she did somehow manage to get away from the shark and crawl back, why would the shark let her? If this thing can honestly stay alive and on land,
Burrow through the
It's
ground.
taking everyone else down into.
yeah. But here she's like, I'm gonna let her go.
Like, I'm gonna take half her leg, and then I'm gonna take her to the porch.
I'm just fucking with this bitch.
I'm on
gonna
Weight
be fun.
Watchers. I'm on Weight Watchers shark. I don't want the full points. I just want a leg.
Just a nibble.
Full body, that's 20 points. The leg, that's only 5. I'm gonna take the 5 points or something. What the fuck? What is going on with this shark?
Bitch is wearing Timberlands. I don't like the taste of those.
Now, again, I
Terrible.
noticed in this scene that they also fucked up Carl's name badge because his reads
No.
J Mallet.
No.
J Mallet. Not a C for Carl. Not even Carl has a last name.
Shut up. I did not. I'm so happy you noticed that. I did not notice that. I'm surprised he didn't take Vince's fucking name tag and give it to
Yeah, no shit.
SpongeBob Brown Pants.
So,
Once he died.
so they decided to just bury Sarah's body behind the trailer, which is just a pile of rocks. I mean, they did like straight like Game of Thrones, like here's a pile of rock style.
Yeah, they did.
But they didn't even like dig. You know, I was gonna say they'll still
they
dig
sh-
a
they
grave and
showed-
put rocks on top. This
they-
was just a pile of
They
rocks.
showed Carl with a shovel. So, I mean, guess I'm
Poking at the
assuming
dirt.
he poked some dirt and got her in there.
So Then from out of nowhere, up walk these two dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know
Oh,
where
hey,
it comes
don't
to.
be afraid of us. We just came from somewhere.
This
the
is the best
swamp.
part. They talk about how isolated this place is.
Yeah.
How isolated.
And they
this
were
cabin is.
clean.
How in the
No
middle,
one's gonna find us here.
How in the middle of nowhere this place is, and these guys just come strolling up. Howdy, y'all. How
Not,
you doing?
Not hiking. They were clean. I mean, they were just like, oh, pretty, yeah.
strolling through the woods.
Yep.
I don't know, leisurely stroll.
So
Don't be alarmed.
one of them, we have Professor Orville and his lackey assistant John, and they tell the girls that their ride was eaten by a giant prehistoric shark. Now, Honey basically kidnaps them as well, but the professor doesn't seem to mind too much because, and I quote, he says, "I don't mind. Look at that rack." Yeah.
Wah, wah.
This is the first time they're actually like objectifying
Yeah.
women.
Yeah.
When we see
Except
them,
for the
like,
blowjob thing.
yeah, I guess, but
Being,
that's
you
kind
know,
of a
like-
prison relationship.
Sure.
But it's like
Sure.
first time you get like, whoa, look at them titties.
Hey,
It's like,
they got their boobies out all day and nobody
know.
said anything.
Wait, you mean them pouring water over themselves wasn't objectifying the women?
There was only women around them.
exactly.
and two male guards.
well,
But
they-
not really, because they had to like
they
walk a
didn't do
mile to go
anything.
find
That's true.
Eric
they
or
weren't
whatever his
like,
name was.
"Ay, ay, ay," or anything
That's
like
true.
that, you know. But
All right, that's true.
yeah, it's like the movie's called Sharkansas Prisons or
Women's
Prison
Sharkansas.
Massacre. Yeah,
Sharkansas.
sorry. But
Did we talk about SpongeBob Brown Pants having a shark tooth on his keychain?
Yeah, no, we didn't mention.
Did we
I
ever,
didn't
did
mention
we ever
that.
find out why?
No, he
in the
is.
movie? Did I miss
like
something?
a trinket? No, he never explains why. He just, oh look, I was shark
That's how
tooth
he
on my
knew it was a
keychain.
shark tooth in her?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. I didn't know if
God,
I
this-
missed something there. I'm like,
No, it's just, there was no reason. It's like, hey, I
It's
picked
like
up this some novelty
like,
gift shop.
this
And
is how I know.
Exactly.
I know.
like I hunted this shark. The shark killed my daddy, and I take my vengeance on the shark. No, it's like a
I want to know some backstory there. It's like, got one.
He got it from a gas
Yeah,
station
it's like a gas station keychain.
on the Florida Panhandle.
Now
Yeah.
he's the expert on what's in that bitch's leg. Got it. Okay, got it. Sorry. I didn't know if you guys heard anything different than me. Okay.
So, once inside, Orville tells him that he's a geologist, John's his assistant, and this goes on, and he goes on about how some company was fracking some old wells, and they may have gone too far and shattered the subterranean shell bed. Orville chimes in and says that back in 2007, a scientist discovered a subterranean ocean under Eastern
Jesus
Europe
Christ.
about the size of Texas, and so he just assumes that the U.S. has one as well
I gotta have one.
and that the fracking has ripped open a watery highway between the underground ocean and the surface, unleashing 40-million-year-old Sharkasaurus that is 20 feet long and a natural burn killer in both land and in water
Yeah.
and on land.
Yeah.
So we have Sharkasaurus
Yeah.
now.
He knows this. How?
He just, it's gotta happen.
It's just assumed.
He's a geologist.
He's not the fucking guy from Jurassic Park, a paleontologist from Jurassic Park or anything. He's just a geologist.
There are these vast
He's
underwater.
basically Stan's
these
dad
waterways
from
you don't
South Park.
understand. He's like the criminal from Home Alone. Like he's oh come on,
He's Randy Marsh.
he's terrible. Like I mean, duh, ladies. What does Chopstick say? Doesn't she say like what's farking?
That is-
Fracking.
she does say
She
farking.
says what's
Oh,
farking?
Okay.
What's farking?
So, Honey orders everyone to pack up their stuff because they're getting the hell out of here. They all get to the door and they're hesitant to make the run for the van. Honey gives Michelle the keys and says, "We're here, Chopstick, lead the way."
Chopstick.
Michelle slowly goes down the porch steps, but by the way, Michelle is nipping hard in this whole movie from here on out.
Yes, she is.
But we were talking about it being
She's
cold.
not
this
a
week.
very good actress.
Well, she's the pouring one.
The other ones kept their nips
Yeah,
under.
she is nipping hard.
Yeah.
Everybody else, no. But hers, boing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Honey
Cold in
gets...
Florida.
You can see their breath earlier. I mean,
Honey gets tired of waiting for Michelle, so she grabs the keys, heads towards the van. But as soon as she does, here comes the shark swimming through the gravel driveway and
Oh,
circling
my
the
God.
van.
Yes.
just swimming to the ground.
Yep. The shark punctures
hard ground.
hard gravel, rock, compacted dirt.
Like, I thought it was cement. Like for a second, I thought like the driveway was cement, and it wasn't. I was like,
Yeah,
oh, it's hard dirt.
So the shark punctures all four of the van's tires as Anita frivolously tries to shoot the shark.
Oh, terrible shot.
They all run back inside to regroup. Now, Shannon and John have managed to hit it off, and they've basically become an instant couple after knowing each other for like 5 minutes.
Instantly.
That's
Instantly.
a problem for me, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just met you,
I'll
but I'm in
protect
love
you.
with you. Yeah.
Dude's got it going on. I don't know. But she might be cock hungry. You know, I mean, she's been in prison. He's a good looking guy. Yeah.
I mean, he's a geologist assistant.
Yeah, so you know he's making them big bucks.
Yeah, you know, he explained fracking.
Oh, it wasn't even him. It was Orville who explained it, I think. So, anyway,
Brown eyes.
He knew how to pronounce it, though.
he didn't know how to pronounce it.
Fracking.
We go back to the detectives. We're eating lunch, and it's a more stupid mean scene because they're there, they eat, they leave, and we go right back to the trailer. Michelle, she then stumbles upon a hidden gun stash.
Oh, God.
She
Okay,
finds a fucking hidden armory inside this large vent in the kitchen. And it's ridiculous. I mean, she's pulling out assault rifles and Uzis, which all of them are
these are all
clearly
AKs,
fake toy
or
guns.
Mac-10s.
Clearly squirt guns
Yeah.
that are spray painted black.
Oh, so bad.
None of them have open barrels, and some of them you can tell they're made of just one solid piece of plastic. Like the clips don't even come out. There's nothing. They're
Really bad.
And there's like,
worse.
oh, there must be a survivalist that lives here or whatever. It's like, well, then where is that survivalist? Because they don't leave their spot.
Right. It's not like they
They're not
rent
leaving
out. They don't rent out their survivalist.
They're not
cabin.
leaving their fucking guns, I'll tell you that much
Yeah,
right now.
Exactly.
Where's the guy?
So Shannon and John, they share another moment, and she tries to have this emotional moment, talking about how her life wasn't supposed to be this way, and that being the prettiest girl in town should have made her life all a
God.
bed of roses, and blah 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 blah, and that her captain of the football team boyfriend beat her and was addicted to OxyContin. So one day she decided to do something about it, and blah 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 blah, and it's just fucking awful, and it makes even less of an impact because that while this whole time she's rambling on, she's not even looking at him.
No.
She's facing him, but she's like rambling on and looking almost directly into the camera, like she's looking like past him into the camera while she's trying to have like this emotional moment with
it's
this
terrible.
guy.
It's
fucking
like
awful.
a blind woman. You know?
Like, yeah.
Like she's blind.
Yeah.
That
I
would make
remember
more
that
sense.
time. There was a time
She's
once.
not quite looking at him. She's looking past him, not quite looking at the camera, just like staring. Like, if you're blind, you just like stand there, and that's kind of what she's doing.
That's a great way to describe it because it's so odd. It's just fucking retarded. So anyway, they end up fucking kissing because why the fuck not? I mean, isn't that how all the world's greatest love stories begin, right? I mean, couple meet,
Yeah.
ex-convict meet in the wood. 5 minutes later, it's
Shark-
fucking Romeo and Juliet.
He's going to take care of her. He's going to take care of her.
Yeah, it's anyway.
Forevs.
It's fucking
She has no
ridiculous.
baggage. She's fine.
Yeah.
No baggage.
It's all fine.
You wouldn't like. You wouldn't be an alarm going
just
off. It's
no.
like this bitch is crazy.
Just let me get in there. And they had just seen a fucking shark, like sharks. I'm sorry, Sharkosauruses circle the driveway,
Not might not be the best time to have love on your mind. I'd be like,
and they come in. They're
"Get the
like,
fuck out."
"Yeah, I'm gonna get it in.
I'm an escaped
Let's do
convict.
this.
We're being held here by
This-
ransom
This
or
was
hostage.
love, Renee. This was
Let
love.
me listen to you tell your
This
story."
was love. This was not just P and V.
It is. That was
This
all it was.
This was love.
Maybe it was P in the T. You know, it could have been all kinds of things he was thinking. You know, he is a geologist. He gets in there. You know,
So
He digs.
digs,
he goes
pokes
deep.
that dirt,
He goes deep. He gets in the deep.
deep penetration.
Yeah. Back inside, Carl and Michelle confront Anita and Honey with their newfound armory of guns, telling them they're in charge now. And I love, I've already talked about how they keep referring to it as the cabin, but it's just a fucking trailer, so we'll move on.
It was a trailer.
It's the trailer. So they all load up with the new weapons, they gear up, head outside to try for the van. John tosses a branch out by the van to kind of test the quote-unquote waters. By that I mean the gravel and dirt
The dirt.
driveway.
Yeah.
After a few seconds of nothing, a shark does pop up, grabs the branch, and goes back under.
It bursts out of the ground
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like slams back in.
Yeah.
Like a whale jumping
Yeah,
out
like
of
a whale,
water,
exactly.
crashing
Like a
back.
show at SeaWorld. It was
How
like
is
SeaWorld out there.
Ground that like malleable.
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't
It had
make
just rained.
it doesn't make any sense. It's not liquid.
Can we also talk? I was going to cover this later, but we have to talk about this now.
It was like dolphins at SeaWorld.
Okay, the fact is, yeah, it's not liquid, but they both were like it is. And if you notice, they go out to the van, they go back inside, they go up to the van, they go back. Every time they go out to the van, a shark shows up tearing it around. But when they come back outside, the ground is perfectly fine again. It's flat,
like
untouched.
calm sea.
It's perfect.
Dirt.
Yeah,
Yes.
calm sea of dirt.
What happened to like these giant trenches that the sharks are burrowing and they destroy?
They're all completely gone. All completely
Yeah,
gone.
no. Yeah, it's gone. It's fine. it's
God
we need to
damn
ask
it.
those geologists that are on the movie.
Yeah.
What the hell? What's going on there?
So the professor starts shooting the ground, and just as
God.
he suspects, there turn out to be more than one shark. He says there's about 6 or 7, but all we ever see are 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or
I
3.
think we
Yeah.
see 3 at the most.
It's hard to tell because it just looks like shit.
It does.
The CGI is
yeah,
awful.
it really is. It's
It's
just
blurry,
so bad.
gray.
It's like you just see ground rippling and like a fin.
Kind of a
tip
dorsal
of a
fin,
dor-
kind of, yeah.
tip of a dorsal fin.
It looks
Oh,
horrible.
it's terrible. No more spikes or horns, whatever the hell it had.
Yeah,
Right,
'cause the dirt,
yeah.
I guess they're supposed to be
There's-
covering it, but yeah, the
Gone.
spikes are gone.
Maybe these are the
Damn,
babies.
It's really bad.
So Shannon now mentions that she saw a cave out back, which the professor gets all excited about. So they come up with this plan on how to get out there. And basically, this consists of them making a stuffed dummy, taping a bag of gunpowder to it, and smearing it with blood. They toss it out their front door, wait for the sharks to attack it, and then shoot the dummy, causing it to explode, hopefully killing some of the sharks, distracting the others. That's the plan. And, oh yeah, the professor also mentions that this location has now become a shark feeding and mating ground, and more will show up soon. And
Of course, because he's a geologist.
because
he knows
he's
this.
not even a shark expert, he's a geologist.
And this is also a mythical prehistoric shark. that he's just
Exactly.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
By the way, guys, this is what's going to happen.
Where they migrate, where they mate,
How it all goes
how
down.
it all goes down.
Yeah,
Even
he
though
knows
it's
it
this
all.
new super highway that just blew out of the ocean from under us, the size of Texas.
That it's all theoretical, of course. But
It's all fine.
He's got it.
And where'd they get the clothes? Because, again, the survivalist probably wouldn't leave his only goddamn outfit.
Well, I don't know. He's
Just
already
hanging
got
out.
like 5 bikinis in there ready to go. You never know.
So,
The blood.
at this point, John
Medical professional.
promises to Shan that he won't let anything happen to her. So he's now again confessing his love. And like, I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
I'll never do oxy and beat you. Promise that.
Vicodin, maybe.
I mean, might go, little Zanny, but
So,
never.
Now
never
they
oxy.
execute the plan. Carl tosses the dummy out to the driveway while Honey stands by waiting to take the shot.
Because she's the best shot,
And
apparently.
we see 2 sharks surface and begin to circle the dummy. And Honey seems to have forgotten how to count because she says there's 6 of them, even though there's only 2. And like I said, Honey is again, the designated shooter who's supposed to be responsible for making this whole plan work and saving everybody's lives. But she's certainly not holding her gun in a very, very well considering she has to make a 1 in a million trick shot. She's not like holding with 2 arms.
Kennedy bullet.
2 arms, aiming down the barrel. She's just basically holding the gun straight out in front of her, arm completely straight, and just kind of like waving it around. Like, I'm just going to shoot randomly
Let's
here.
do this, yeah.
Went back to the dummy really fast. One of my favorite lines, I think, was whenever they were standing out there talking about putting the dummy together, and they're like, and I think the geologist says like, or no, it was Honey that's like, didn't you say that sharks are attracted to blood? And the geologist says, like ants to honey, honey. It was like, or like sharks to blood, fucko. Like you didn't have to make another analogy there, bro. Just keep it going. I couldn't handle that. I was just like, Jesus, honey.
So Honey shoots the dummy, it explodes. Everyone runs out the back door towards the cave. The sharks quickly change course and go after them like immediately.
He's like, hey, over here. Hey, come
Wasn't a
get
great
me.
plan.
So the professor falls down like a bitch,
Dude.
saying that he sprained his ankle.
It's like, you fucked. I was so mad at this.
I know.
He's just running, and then you just
SpongeBob
see him
Brown
go,
Pants.
just go, ah, and like,
I'm able.
fall. And, you're being chased by prehistoric
What?
spiked shark
Please tell me
animals
you're about to make
that
the same
can
note I did.
swim through the ground.
Yeah.
And he goes, I sprained my ankle. Wouldn't you just get up and just hobble,
Thank you.
run,
That's
I'm
what
just
roll?
gonna stay here. They
Like,
won't
that's
get me
exactly my
here.
point. I'm like, There's no way a sprained ankle would keep me down in this situation. I'm pretty sure sheer adrenaline alone
No,
would
you're
keep
getting
you
up and running. Yes.
You're going to run your ass off and deal with a sprained ankle later. Your adrenaline would be going through you. You wouldn't even feel that
No.
probably
Dude,
at this
my
point.
leg could be broken in
Yeah.
half, and I'd still be like,
No,
Yeah.
this thing can still get me. Gone.
yeah.
I'm out.
So, seeing that the sharks are about to get the professor, Honey, and Carl, see the professor, Honey, and Carl, because they stopped to help the professor. John rushes out to help them by distracting him. Shane's like, no, come back, I love you. Yeah.
Please don't.
John starts screaming and jumping up and down, shooting at the shark. He's like, hey, over here. The shark's coming right at him.
Here.
The shark leaps up out of the ground, takes him off screen as Shannon cries, no.
Oh God.
Now, again, why hasn't anyone in this movie ever tried like dodging or jumping out of the way of the shark? I mean,
They can see them
climbing a
coming.
fucking tree. Like,
Yeah,
they're coming
yeah.
straight at you in the ground. It's not like the water where you have to. I can understand trying to dodge a shark in water would be pretty impossible.
Tough.
Yeah.
Sure.
But on the ground, you're kind of above it. Just wait and then like leap to the side to the last minute, or climb a tree, or get on a big fucking rock or something.
Or have a cool catchphrase before you die.
Like,
oh,
something.
Crap.
But everything,
Not again.
and it's not like the sharks are coming. Like it's not like the famous Jaws pose where they come out directly
Right.
underneath you with no one. They're coming
No,
like from
no, there's
yards
time.
away, straight at
and
you.
they're loud.
You're shooting at it.
Yeah, and they just stand there and wait for it to kill them.
Ugh.
So
Not this again.
they stand in front of the giant man-eating sharks, waiting to die. So John's dead. The rest of it,
John's dead.
John's just dead. The rest of them make it into the cave. Shannon's still crying that she lost the love of her life. Like I said, she's only got her for 20 minutes.
Professor seems to be getting along pretty good now.
Yeah, Professor Sprained Ankle doesn't seem
Yeah,
to be
he's
no
good.
problem at all.
And he knows for sure that these sharks cannot burrow through stone.
He knows this.
That's
for
why
certain.
they're heading to that cave.
Yeah, the cave,
He
the
knows
solid
for sure.
stone is too strong for him to burrow through. And then
Douche.
John would want them to go on.
Yes,
Yes, I've known him my whole life. He would want us to go into the cave.
I've known this intern 2 weeks. I know he'd want us to go on.
He explained fracking to me. Smart guy.
So we go back to the detectives who they finally have found the hideout trailer. The partner, the male guy, opens the door and places the foot on the ground. And that is enough to set off the shark's spidey sense.
Yeah.
We see one of them come racing around the trailer towards them, but Tracy Lords keeps him from getting out of the car, and so he pulls his foot right back into the car, right as the shark leaps out to grab it. And again, I call major bullshit on this, because you're telling me that first of all, they don't hear or feel this massive mutant dino shark
20-foot long.
rumbling towards them and tearing up the ground in its path as it heads straight for them. Nor do they see the ground getting destroyed, dirt flying everywhere in front of the car. Plus, there's no way that once the shark surfaces enough to try to bite this guy's foot, that the rest of its body wouldn't have either A, hit the fucking car, which he's only inches away from, and they wouldn't have seen that or hit the car door or something.
But she notices the shape of a Coke bottle.
Yes, and the fact I am trying hard here to maintain my suspension of disbelief of this movie, but God fucking damn it, can you at least have some realistic aspects? At least when it comes to physics and the laws of sound and vibrations.
Nah.
That you can at least do.
Nah. No. Is this the scene where the perspective is from inside the shark's mouth?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
That's another good point.
Yeah.
It's like if this is true POV, wouldn't you just fucking be in the dirt?
Yeah, he's dirt.
Now he's like, I'm coming at this car real hard. Mouth open.
Which is another thing. If they're swimming through dirt, how do they see? Do they have X-ray vision or sonar? Because sharks are
Or hear.
Or
How they
hear.
hear that guy go, over here, shark.
I can't smell either.
Yeah, it's dirt. In the water, you can they can sense the smell of the blood or taste in the water, whatever
Right.
they do, and you can at least see because they have eyes in the water. It might be a little blurry, but they can see. This is fucking dirt.
There's nothing.
How are they sensing? Again, maybe they have tremor sense, if they feel a vibration on the ground. I
Right.
kind of get that, but god damn, it's so they're shark tremors. They're tremors.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
tremor worms.
John's
It is.
Tremors.
It is. And is this when the detective said that he was 29?
Yes.
Because he's not 29.
He's not.
Motherfucker's
Maybe
older than I am.
39.
Yeah. He's like, I'm 29. I'm a young buck.
So-
yeah.
Anyway,
Tracy?
the two of them sit in the car and they stake out the trailer, and they notice that the van has 4 flat tires, and they see the burning dummy in the driveway. But then their car gets attacked by the shark, and they just drive away. Like, what's
Yeah.
that? Well, we'll get out of here. So I'm like, I get
We
that. but
should leave.
It's
leave.
like the big threat. It's like all of a sudden they're just like, drive. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
I bet I know what that is.
Yeah, she even said,
I know exactly what just happened.
So we
Had a
go,
few in me.
we go back to the group in the cave. They continue. They're going further down and through the cave. Michelle and Carl get into an argument with Anita and Honey. Carl tells them their guns are out of ammo because Honey, or one of them tries to shoot Carl. And he's like,
I wouldn't give you live rounds.
yeah. And he's like, but Carl, and he also says, I basically counted out exactly how many bullets
Oh,
you need
come on.
to shoot the dummy and the sharks, so you would be empty by now. That, my friend, is a big fucking gamble right there. That you know exactly she'd fire off each round.
so did you notice also he just snatches it out of her hand
Yeah,
without
give me
her
that.
pulling the trigger?
Exactly.
It's like, why didn't you just go, like, how, just like, he
Give me that.
didn't even say that. He just be like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
He didn't have to explain anything. All he has to say is, I have your gun
No,
now.
I'm gonna grab that now.
Turns around to the other girl who has empty bullets, grabs her gun too, before he also explains this was empty.
Yeah.
So he's just like, snatch, snatch. He's just stealing guns left and
He
right.
could have done that this entire movie.
I
then.
know.
So bad. So bad.
so
SpongeBob Brown Pants.
so further down they go. Again, in the very well lit underground cave.
They do
So
try to
well
explain
lit.
it.
Oh,
There
they
was some,
do.
like,
They do.
phosphorus light or
Yeah.
something like that. But
Yeah.
it's very well lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Very
They-
pretty.
Yes.
they come to an underground
nice.
pool or lake, or the professor calls it a river.
But
And
why would you head toward water?
yeah,
If you
Yeah,
sharks. Whatever. I just,
but
I'm asking
and there
questions.
just so happens to be an inflatable raft and oars just sitting there along the rope. Just in
All
a
the
random
supplies
cave
they
need
need.
just happen to be
Yeah.
there.
All right there.
for any spelunking need.
Yeah.
Yep.
And across this pool is the exit and their freedom. We go back to the detectives who are driving away. They're talking about what just happened and trying to figure out what it
And
was
they-
that exactly attacked them.
They happen to break down exactly what happened
Yeah.
to the group of criminals.
Oh,
like
we got
Perfect.
it.
Tracy, yeah, perfect.
I know what it is.
Comes up the idea. The convicts got trapped inside the trailer by the sharks, then used the
Land
dummy
shark.
to distract the shark while they ran off for the cave around back. And again, are you fucking kidding
he
me?
breaks it down.
He pulls it up on his iPad. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, there's a cave right here. That must be where
when
they
did
went."
Tracy Lords become Sherlock fucking Holmes? Like, how would she know any of this? Like, she needs to work for the CIA or the FBI, not this local podunk
Land shark.
police.
You've been doing porn as long as she has.
You
I
learn a
imagine
few
you
things.
learn a few things, so you never
Yeah.
know.
You learn a lot about caves,
Dark, wet crevices.
geographical holes.
So again,
Antibiotics.
so that's it. That's the
bottles.
scene. We go back to the cave. Carl gets the raft into the water. And like I said, Michelle happens to find a rope around her feet, which they tie to the raft. Carl turns to the professor and asks him if he's ready to see daylight again. The professor responds with, "Oh, I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this."
Even though they just left daylight.
Yeah, it's like they've been down here for days. It's been like 5 minutes.
God, I miss the sun so much. Where's it been?
So anyway, regardless, as soon as the professor says that, a shark just leaps the fucking nowhere.
Out
Shark
of
goes,
nowhere.
eats the professor, but we can
The
always
first
see.
quiet shark we've seen.
Yeah,
The
there-
rest have been like, I'm fucking coming at you.
this was
I'm
Ninja
shredding
Yeah,
ass.
this was Ninja Shark.
Yeah.
This was like hanging out.
All we see is like a shadow and like blood spray against the rock
It's so
wall. And that's
poorly
it.
done. It's like
Bad.
he's there and he disappears and is trying. My first thought is like mimicking Deep Blue Sea when Samuel Jackson is
yeah.
giving that triumphant speech.
Yeah.
First thing we want to do,
Good
and the shark
scene.
grabs him and eats him.
Get these
You know?
motherfucking sharks off my motherfucking sea station.
Gone.
So, but weren't you just explaining how this is rock and he wasn't really standing next to the river. And if it jumped out of the water, wouldn't it land on rock?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah, it did boomerang and so like leap out, and eat him, and then
And
turn,
then-
and then
and
back
then,
into
yeah.
the water.
Did a total like.
I mean, that's
swirl
the
back
only thing I
in.
think. Okay, they're supposed to be by the water, but you're right. Like, even if it leaped out of the water, they would have heard the water like splashing coming his way, and then it would have landed on the rock.
Right. He didn't snatch him like a gator. Like he didn't pull him and pull him. You know,
No,
it
it
was
just,
like,
he leaped,
Yeah.
it makes zero. It's fucking insane. So they quickly get over that.
Yeah.
it's an underwater superhighway. You wouldn't
So,
understand.
Yeah, the rest of the crew, they shoot in the general direction, hoping to hit the shark. Shannon has a breakdown. He's like, I don't want to go on. I don't want to go on anymore. Blah, blah, blah. I'm done. But Carl talks her out of it. Whatever. It's stupid.
You
gotta
gotta
go
go on. You gotta do this.
So Carl gets the raft set up, ties the rope to it, and he climbs in and slowly and very awkwardly paddles across the pool.
Oh God.
This is so weird. This raft is pretty small.
It's a
He's
small raft.
pretty big
Oh
dude.
God.
He's
It's
on
bad.
his
On his knees.
swimming like. And the plan is to tie a rope to the back, tie a rope to the front,
And-
and they can pull each other back and
Yeah,
forth through.
exactly.
So
we have to talk about this.
He
this plan.
ferries across to the one side. Yay, he makes it.
He
So
makes it.
He ties a rope to the front, and he says, pull it back, I'll pull you through.
Yeah.
So they send the raft back, and the two girls get on.
Okay.
Go-
Yeah. No, you're totally right. But first of all, I want to say the speed they go, it would be faster just to swim across.
Slowest. Oh my God.
It's so slow.
Like, oh,
you
here's
could doggy
one.
paddle across this water faster than this raft. Plus, it's a goddamn inflatable raft. Like, this crab thing is not going to save you from these sharks who can burrow
No.
through rock and dirt and ground.
If that blonde bitch was behind me rowing, I would have knocked her out of the goddamn water and been like, you're no, this
How
is fucked up.
wet was Chopstick getting?
Oh my God.
She's just
Oh my
sloshing
God.
water
Pressure.
all over her.
I also want to say that if the shark can sense someone lightly placing their foot on the ground, I'm pretty sure they can sense all the noise from the water disturbing the raft and the oars and the
Oh my
they're
God,
sloshing
so bad.
around, and they're not being quiet in any way about this thing. So this whole plan, like at this point,
And they're making porn noises. That,
I would just
one.
say, I'd rather just swim for it. Like I'd rather just try my luck and swim for it.
Every
than-
oar.
than waiting this raft to be picked off.
So
Hoping.
Chopstick and
Shannon,
I
Michelle, and Chopstick and Shannon get in next. Yeah, Shannon is really crappily
Those are
paddling.
the two I can't handle.
dude, she's just splashing water all over.
Exactly.
It really is. And Chopstick is like it's trying to she's trying to man the front with the gun, trying to watch for sharks, but it just
With one hand.
With
With
one
an
hand.
automatic
Exactly,
weapon.
one-handed automatic assault
One
rifle.
hand. Sure, you weigh 84 pounds.
but they make it. They make
They
it.
do make it. So, yeah, they make it across to Carl. But as they're on the car, they start hearing shark songs,
Oh.
which are basically like the sound like whale singing.
Yeah.
It's like the sharks.
Yeah. God damn it.
I didn't know sharks sung. I didn't think they did that, but
These do.
apparently
Sharkosauri do.
Sharkosaurus.
You wouldn't understand.
So
Sharkosaurus
one
thing.
thing we need to mention is before Carl went across, he left his gun on the far
yeah.
bank. He left his gun there. So Honey and Anita are left, and they fell asleep. But at this point, Anita had picked up Carl's gun, and they're about to reach the other side. And Anita just raises the
This
assault
bitch.
rifle
Dude,
that she picked
So
up.
yeah,
This bitch.
They're being saved. They're about to hit. They're about to get to the other side.
Yeah.
Be rid of the sharks.
But they are
Here
still
we are.
in water.
And then
In a raft.
Anita decides I'm going to kill these guys, and so me and Honey can get away. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's
but
the plan.
In slow motion, she sits up on her knees and goes, ooh, ooh! Like she's fucking Wu-Tang or something.
Holding up her AK.
And it's in slow
She
motion.
got the fucking DJ horn.
I forgot about the.
World Star Hip Hop, bitches.
It's in slow motion.
Oh, it
And
is.
she starts going boom, 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 boom.
And so
In a raft.
in a
A
raft,
2-person raft.
so she does end up
The
killing.
force of the
She
gun-
kills Shannon.
She kills Shannon, but the force of the shots knock her
on
into the
the
water. Her big inflatable boobs don't help her.
No.
Where she is immediately eaten by a shark, like
Gone.
instantaneously.
That thing's just waiting.
Like,
Waiting.
yeah. So we hear Honey scream, and then the sounds of water splashing. But then we never see what happened to her. Like, Honey's gone too now. So Honey and Anita are both, they're gone. But again, we have to talk, we're talking about her plan here. How we got to talk how stupid this was. Because wouldn't it have made more sense for Anita and Honey to stop Michelle and Shannon from going second and them going second themselves? And that way, when they reached the other side, they could have just shot Carl, escaped on their own. And if they really wanted to be real bitches, they could have shot holes in the raft, running the raft unusable, leaving Michelle and Shannon trapped in the cave to fend for themselves, and they just could have gotten away. So that would have made more sense than them going last and doing this bullshit.
You have an evil, dastardly mind, Marshall. That's like evil genius.
They were held at gunpoint. They couldn't make that decision. They were told to stay and listen. Stay and
But
listen.
they both had guns. Like, they could like just like, nope, we're going.
But
Dude, that's like sneaky survival stuff.
That
though.
is.
So if
That
I'm,
is.
if I'm ever, like, you're in my
Do
survival
you
team.
own the cabin?
Yeah.
Did you own that cabin? I feel like I just didn't.
I hope
get
I never cross you.
No shit, man.
You're gonna think of some evil genius way to have me done in.
I already got this all figured out. But I just don't understand why. Like,
3 steps ahead.
they decided, to go the route they did, not Marshall's way. But why not wait until you were out of the fucking shitty raft to just unleash hell on people?
Yeah.
Like they didn't have any guns. They were just fine. They weren't holding their guns. They were just hanging out, waiting for everybody.
yeah.
Get off the goddamn raft and go for it. Don't wait until the whole point is to get away from the goddamn Sharkasaurus.
Wait 30 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah, before you unleash hell.
She'd fucking throw the battle call. It was over. Over. God, just wait.
So,
God damn.
moving on. Once outside, Carl and Michelle have a moment. Carl basically lets Michelle go at this point, telling her that he's going to tell the authorities and everyone else that everyone else was
Dead.
killed. He's the only survivor. All the girls were killed by the sharks. Michelle gives him a hug, runs off on her own.
Hold it. God damn it.
Okay, stop.
This is so stupid. She's got 6 months.
Oh, let's wait for a minute here, because we're going to talk about this at the end of the movie.
Okay.
I have a big rant about this.
Okay.
So we're going to get it all out at once.
Fuck.
So just
You can't see Aaron right now, but he's
I
about
know.
to blow out of his
I
chair.
know. So as soon as like the moment Michelle runs off, Carl turns around and up pulls the 2 detectives in the car.
comes
So
Tracy
you're telling me
Lords.
these 2 detectives can't see the Asian girl in the blue tank top running through the woods, like right behind Carl?
Nope.
Anyway, they get out of the car, meet up with Carl, and Carl's like, "Hey, I'm the only one that lived. Everybody else is dead." And Tracy Lord looks at Carl and says, "Do you know what we're up against?" Carl looks square into camera and says, "Yep." Cut to a road sign that reads, "Welcome to Sharkansas, the natural state." We see a shark swimming down the road. It turns, comes towards the camera, leaps out at the screen, blackout. We cut to the cave pool. Honey emerges from the underground pool, gasping for air.
God.
Covered in water. Just
God.
throwing-
She looks right into camera and says, "Crap on a cracker." Roll credits.
And then we didn't get to see her die.
Nope.
No, she Jason Voorheesed it. She came out of there like, yeah!
Crap
So-
on a cracker.
Without anything cool to say. Hey.
So now the movie's over. And before we go on to our post-movie segments, we have some rants. I have some rants to get to. Aaron, and we're both going to be ranting about the same thing, but we got to talk about this letting Michelle go thing.
Motherfucker. Okay?
So I'm going to let Aaron can rant first.
6 months
Yeah.
left. She has been objecting to this entire kidnapping
Entire
escape the entire time. Carl knows it. Obviously, he's very aware she is not on board. She doesn't want to do this. She's been threatened over and over and over again to go along with the plan.
At gunpoint.
Carl's very aware of this. She was a victim. But instead, as Carl says, go run off on your own. Good luck, bitch.
Yeah.
Instead of going back to the prison saying, she's a hero, she saved my life, she's the best thing since sliced bread, communicate,
Well,
give
I
her
think
a
it'd be
break.
best thing since Crab Rangoon in her case. But,
Oh.
Oh.
Best thing since fried rice.
Fried rice.
Fried rice. Fried rice.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. You're in the middle of Sharkansas right
Yeah.
now. There's evil
Where's she
demon
Yeah,
going?
where do you
sharks.
feel like the shark's just going to come up here
know.
and get her? It's
It's
like,
like, go run off in the woods.
where the sharks are.
Good luck.
Take off.
Like, that's
They don't like
exactly,
Chinese
I
food.
wrote the same things. Like, it would have been better, like, just to take her back and say, hey, either shave her time off her remaining schedule or just let her out early for her deeds and her actions. It's only 6 months. Let her go. But plus, the fact that you're letting an escaped convict go, who is also now going to be presumed dead. So, one, how is she ever going to get a job to support herself and her kid, rent a place, or apartment, get a car, she can never use her social security number anymore. She would have to forge new identity or pay another criminal to do so, which then just makes her a criminal again. So, Conrad basically just fucked her. Just fucked her royally in this. Like, hard.
But
I wish he would have fucked her hard because then it would have been a better movie.
It would have been.
And the last thing I want to mention before we go into our stuff is, what the fuck is the point of the goddamn detectives? They had zero bearing or effect in the outcome of this movie in any way.
They just made it longer.
That's exactly all they did was
all
run
they
up
did.
the runtime of this movie. They were the most useless characters in any movie.
All you saw them do was eat and drink
Drink
coffee
coffee and drive.
and bitch. You know?
Oh, God, so bad.
They should at least have gotten killed or something. They were the most useless characters.
They didn't even really fight the sharks. They just drove away from them.
Yeah, they're awful fucking
And
characters.
what were they looking for? Like, I don't know. Like they weren't
She
really
was your
looking for
biggest name.
Oh, God, I can't even.
Yeah.
She should have
She
been the first
should have
one to
been with a
die.
prisoner or something. Like, not... Yeah, I don't...
She should have been
The
one.
old,
She should
the
have
old
been one of the.
salty one.
Should have been the warden. Warden coming to get him.
All right. Let's rant of the way. Let's move on to our favorite kills.
There can be only one. Favorite kill.
Now, this is going to suck because all the kills are fucking horrendous.
They're horrible.
And none of them are really
you
on
don't
screen.
see 'em.
So, good luck with this week, guys. What do we got?
Renee?
I've got to go with the one we kind of saw, not really, but like we saw the aftermath at least, which was the chick. You know her name, the dark-haired chick with
Sarah.
Yeah.
Giant tits. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful boobies.
She was the prettiest one in the whole crew.
She was the hottest one in the group, too.
Yeah, because of the deliverance of her body to the front porch, and then the fake leg left behind with the shark tooth in it.
Yeah.
Which didn't really explain anything as
No.
to how the shark
No.
killed her. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's terrible. That's the only one I can think of because the rest were just so bad.
I understand. Aaron?
Shannon getting shot when Anita pops up. Boom, 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 boom. And then the force of the gun knocks her into the water.
I can't forget about the...
I know. Just straight up like she. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
That's my favorite. It's kind of a twofer because Shannon gets killed and she falls in the
She's
water
like
like an
motherfucking
idiot.
John Rambo coming out of the water.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It's so awesome.
Oh, we
my
didn't mention
favorite.
how she was supposed to get shot like in the neck, and she's just laying there, no like real boot, just again just drip some blood on her,
there's like a
like you're
pool
shot.
of blood in her clavicle, kind of like.
I love the. I didn't think about that, but hearing you guys talk about the woo make me like that scene more and more. But
I agree.
I kind of agree. My original was going with the same one Renee did, picking Sarah. Even though again you don't really see anything, but it is the first time where you see first time you see the shark decide to go onto land.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in the water, all of a sudden it makes that right turn, and you're like, what the fuck is
like-
like, come on.
I'm like, okay.
And that is just, it was bad before then, but this just got a whole new level of shit. at
Followed
that
by the
point.
CGI
Yeah.
poof of red into the water.
yeah.
So I'm going with Sarah just because that's where you first see that the shark
Yes.
on the land. So yeah, I'm going with Sarah, but they all fucking
They
blow.
were terrible. They were all
God
terrible.
damn it.
I'm with you on that.
So all right, let's move on to odds and ends.
Not only did they watch these films, they researched them too. Ugh, what is wrong with these guys?
All right, this week odds and ends. On our ratings, we have IMDb gives it a 3.4 out of 10.
Oh God.
Rotten Tomatoes, there is no thermometer score, but it has a 25% audience score. And Amazon, go to Amazon, 3.3 out of 5. Plot keywords, there are none, surprisingly.
Yeah.
You would think there'd be shark, booby, bikinis,
Chopsticks.
cracker, gun, who knows? But yeah, there are none. Trivia, absolutely nothing. So that was a very quick odds and ends this week. But surprisingly, we do get to play the budget game.
It's now time to play everyone's favorite game, Guess the Budget.
All right.
Oh man. Okay.
So, Aaron,
Okay.
Renee, what do you think was the budget for Sharkansas Women's Prison Massacre?
Okay. So if you add up location, which was some bog in Florida, you add up the shitty graphic design CGI guy that they got off the internet somewhere, and you add up the 2 uniforms they had, and the 4 tank tops and the booty shorts. Let's go 300,000. 300,000.
All right, I'm gonna write this down. Renee,
300,000.
300,000.
It's not a bad guess.
Aaron is what's your? All right, Aaron.
Oh, they did have to rent that cabin.
You mean trailer?
300,000.
Trailer? That is not a cabin.
And the hot tub.
We have established that.
And the hot tub bath.
But all the outfits you're forgetting about.
Man.
There's so many outfits.
The specifically tailored outfits.
And I'm just...
Oh, the blowouts and the makeup crap.
I'm going to go... I don't want to, like, Price is Right it, but, I mean, I think it's a little bit less. But shit, you did have Tracy Lords.
Oh,
you had
forgot, yeah.
And she did nothing. I'm going to go 500,000.
Okay. Yeah,
500,000
what's her
from
rate for
Aaron.
a movie? Yeah.
All right. Well, we have a winner. However, you are both under.
Oh.
So the winner
Under.
You.
of this week's budget game, Aaron Southworth.
Holy
Nice.
Actual budget 600,000.
Oh, what? That's for Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
That's how much do they pay her? That's what we need to know.
And to see shitty CGI had it cost. I mean,
It was
it's not
so
it's not cheap, but it's so bad.
So bad. So bad.
What's the point?
I
bad.
agree. So Aaron, congratulations, you won this week's budget game.
Congrats.
Hey, all right. Woo.
All right, with that in the books, let's move on to 5-star reviews.
These special movies have a place in these special people's hearts. 5-star reviews.
Now, there were 5-star reviews for this movie, believe it or not, on Amazon.
No.
Unbelievable.
Yep. So first one from Diane Haggerty.
Fuck you, Diane.
Now remember, this is a 5-star review. This is possibly the worst movie ever made. Ridiculous plot, scantily dressed female prisoners with perfect hair and makeup, ex-porn stars, sharks that tunnel underground, the Arkansas Bayou? Question mark. It has all the elements of Rule 34, but alas, no porn scenes. Yet it has the allure of a train wreck, and you are drawn to watch it over and over. It definitely has the potential to become a cult classic. 5 stars.
Over and over.
Never going to watch this
Never
movie
gonna
again.
watch that again. Actually pissed that I still have it for like 5 days on Amazon. Pretty pissed about that.
From William Brattain, wonderful movie, great acting with a killer script. It was incredible that sharks can swim through soil. Also, the roadway was a self-healing surface after the shark swam through it. It's true. Obviously, the Arkansas Department of Corrections sees benefits of providing identical, very cool clothing to the inmates that allow maximum cooling for their voluptuous ladies as they labor in the hot weather in the outback of Arkansas.
So hot.
The town where the film was made looks like a lot like Florida, especially the palmetto plants in the Florida locations.
Yes.
The wardrobe work was a little weak, with the officer wearing a jacket, then the ladies were dressed for very hot weather.
It was so hot out there.
Tracy Lord's appearance was a little sketchy since her role had no connection to the plot. Oops, I forgot there was no plot. 5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars for no plot.
From Sonreyes, Amazon customer. I don't know. Something writes, good movie for the kids. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Good movie for the kids.
5 stars.
SpongeBob Brown Pants wrote that.
Now, bear with me on this one because the spelling and grammar and punctuation in this is atrocious, and it's from Sharkisha.
Sharkeisha.
Shark.
Yeah, but it's shark, all capitals, dash Isha. So it's
Sharkeisha.
Shark Isha. Okay.
And it's entitled letter R, U, Serious? Serious.
All right.
Serious?
You Sirs Clark.
Come on, Sharkeisha.
All right. These sharks is crazy. D-E-E-Z. Sharks is crazy. Capital, bold, 2 exclamation marks. D, D-E-Y, be swimming in and crawl in on the ground, period. Like for Riz, R-L-Z, period. OMG, I didn't know D's was so many sharks in Arkansas, spelled A-R-K-N-S-A-W, by the way. We should, S-H-U-D, call national, N-A-S-H-U-N-A-L.
Oh shit.
Geographum.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Don't even spell it.
Oh shit. Just stop.
No, Geographem.
Geographum.
National Geographum. Get it? Let's
5
call him.
stars.
Google National Geographum. Right now.
That's like my favorite fucking review of all time.
Holy shit.
If you guys just want to look for yourself and try to read that, it's
That's
like-
almost like how my iPhone translates messages.
Oh my god.
Lick for real.
Lick for Riz.
RLZ or something.
The only thing that could have really just put the cherry on that was if it had a sound bite that went,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
This is
God, it hurts. Why is like it aside?
National Geographum. National Geographum. These sharks is crazy. They be swimming and crawling into ground. Maybe she's Cajun.
I'm putting that on Instagram. I have to show this to the Moon Goons
I
out
know
there.
it has to be seen.
Sharkeisha. You should call National Geographum.
God damn it.
National Geographic.
With a J, y'all.
PHUF.
This is.
Marshall's about to.
I think we just
I
broke
think
Marshall.
we did. He can't. We're not bringing him back. He's not coming back.
I can't hear the oohs anymore.
But it's good for the kids. You should.
All right. Anyway, final thoughts.
Renee, final
I
thoughts?
can't.
I'll
I
go.
can't. You go
Because
first.
you guys
I
are about to
can't. I
die.
can't.
Tears.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it was so bad it's scary.
National Geographic.
I can't get beyond the fact that we had sharks going to the ground. I don't think I need to explain myself. I have no witty or interesting
no.
repartee.
There's nothing.
I just gotta say, I was so let down that there were no boobies.
No fucking.
Yeah.
No
there was
boobies.
no
nothing.
like.
When you have a movie called Sharkansas
Women's
Prison Massacre starring porn stars,
Exactly.
you expect to see something.
And most of the boobies are out the
Yeah.
whole time.
You'd think
Not a
there'd be
slip.
Nothing.
Not a.
Not even. You don't even get side boob.
Nope. Nope.
Such a disappointment. So bad it's scary. Go fuck yourself, Tracy Lords. As I'm sure you've done plenty of times before.
What she's probably gonna do with that Coke
That
bottle.
Coke bottle, man. That thing.
God damn it, Renee.
She got a real boner for that. Yeah, I'm with you. I can't. There's nothing. I have no words to be quite
So
honest.
bad it's scary.
It's so bad. So bad it's scary. So bad. Oh my God, Sharkeisha nailed it. Sharkeisha nailed it on the head. I just, call National Geographic. Bad. So bad.
Yeah, we're gonna call it the trifecta. I agree. I was hoping it would be so bad it's good because there are some of these really bad like sci-fi movies, original movies that are like kind of just bad but fun in a bad way that can be
fun.
good. This one is not. This one falls flat. And you're right. Like if you're gonna have like before I realized there was a TV movie, I see Tracy Lords, Christine, porn stars. Okay, we're gonna at least get some boobs or something.
Something.
But then again, once it's made, I realized it was made for TV. Like, yeah, you're not getting any of that. It's not. So we're already screwed there.
You
but
really didn't get a lot of blood either.
no, you really
No.
didn't. So it wasn't much of a
No.
massacre. There wasn't any titties. There was nothing really. The whole movie, and the premise, like I said, the premise is all fucked up and wrong anyway. This movie is awful. There's really nothing redeeming about it.
Stay away.
So I agree. With everything you guys say, we're gonna clean sweep it. So bad it's scary for this week.
Yeah.
So that's it. That wraps stuff for this week. Again, I want to say thank you to Renee for coming by and joining us for
Thanks
this
for having
episode.
me.
Aaron, tell all the wonderful listeners where they can find us and track us down.
Of course, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter at So Bad It's Scary. That's the one handle we do have that's a little different. Twitter at So Bad It's Scary. You can, of course, always listen to us on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, and streaming from our website, horriblehorrorpodcast.com. Again, horriblehorrorpodcast.com, where we've also recently put up our Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Which is pretty cool. So we have our Hall of Fame members up there. Check it out. Whenever you have suggestions, please drop us a line. Check us out again on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or our website. We get back to you. We do our best. This is all free. It's all fun.
Yeah.
So there we go.
One thing about iTunes, I did notice, for some reason, our earliest episodes, even though they should be there, for some reason are not showing up. So right now, anything you get, the earliest episode you get on iTunes is episode 18. So if you want 1 through 17, if you want to go back to the old stuff, you're going to have to go to either our Podbean site or just get them directly off of our website. For some reason, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with iTunes. But for right now, everything else from 18 up to 100 and this will be 104, I think now.
Wow,
We'll all be there.
That's awesome, guys.
So
Fuck
other than
iTunes,
that,
come on.
That's awesome.
all right, guys, that's it for us this week. Remember, we'll be back in another week or two, probably 2 weeks, with another movie. So watch more horror movies. And always remember to keep it tight.
Ooh.